coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Anything questions want, Earth 2, Pokemon, Tesla, anything you need, I am here for you. Guys, if you're new, welcome. If you're not, welcome back. I love you all. Everyone say, where's Dashy? Where is Dashy? This will probably be the last video I do in the girlfriend's place for the weekend. I will go live again at least once tomorrow. Might do another video though. I'm not 100% sure. Price versus value. I just went and did the math. I'll wait for a couple people to get here first. I'll just let you know how my day went. I'll let for everyone to be subscribed, and I can't wait to get back to my fridge and everything. I feel called out by David Rosen's mom. I'll get to that in a second, David. I promise you that there is a reason for that, and I don't have it yet. So I had a discussion with a lot of Pokemon peeps, and Pokemon, and not recently. This was back in the day. It's like they were saying, like, hey, you know, I really want this card, but this is so much. No one's ever paid this much for this card before. And I say, okay, well, let's take a look at it. Let's see how many are in the pop report, like how many of them are graded. And then I say, okay, we'll take a look at not how many are just graded, but how many are that specific grade PSA 10. And let's say there was, 300 of them in that grade. And the price point was the highest it ever was, but that's the cheapest that's on there right now. It says, okay, you could actually go and do this, and you could buy that one for, let's say, Blaine's Charizard, $700, most expensive at the time. And you could run the risk of seeing it go again for like 500, or at an auction where you can get it cheaper, or you could wait for that to happen, and then that gets bought up, and then you never see those prices again. Which one's going to hurt more? And also with Pokemon, it's the Pokemon pop report numbers can only go up. The numbers that we have available to us can only go down in Veve. And so a lot of people saying, hey, should I flip this for this? Should I flip that for that? And it's like, okay, well, I feel like a lot of people are doing short to midterm, which is fine. If you just want to flip, by all means, making a profit is 100% okay. But what I'm saying is, at the end of the day, what's going to make you happy? If you say, well, okay, well, money, well, okay, fine, keep doing what you're doing. But if it's like, at the end of the day, maybe I'd like this, and this. If you want to go and say that if you're paying, let's say, $3,200 for a Superman, which is the floor right now, and you say like, hey, and you ask me about Superman, I think Superman would be very similar to the S&P 500. Super, super safe, will guarantee you growth, over on average, growth as long as you hold it. There'll be some times where it goes down. Again, this is the Superman was at 3,400 before, dipped a little bit, but Superman was at 3K, went back down to 2,300, and now is up at all-time highs at 3,400. But the floor now is 3,200. That is mine. And like, if you had just held through that time, okay, it's fine. Now it's up 10% from where it was its last high. And if you go and you take a look at that'll continue to happen. It'll grow slowly. But if you take a look at Secret Rare Alligator Loki, again, what I'm heavily investing in, that's 1% of the supply of Superman, and he's less than Superman. And there is, between me and a couple of buddies, I have there's a car outside. And I didn't tell these guys to do this. But Alfred Montanera had said on this channel that, he bought a couple, I think he bought 5, and he's got 192,000 subscribers, and he does something, I think, in Florida, having to do with, there's a famous gator down there, and he's going to introduce them soon. And another person who shall remain nameless, between us three, unintentionally, again, I didn't tell other people to do this, just what I'm doing, 10% is acquired. To get 10% of Superman, you need to have 888 of him, which is a lot. But only 80 needed for Secret Rare Alligator Loki. So again, and I like him. Why am I selling Superman for the floor right now? Is because, now granted, that is one of the best looking NFTs on the app. Superman is one of the best looking NFTs on the app. And I don't like, he's great. He's fun to look at. That is one of the most popular superheroes ever. And it's definitely safe. But I don't, I don't really like him. I don't, I don't, I've made my money with him. Originally I bought it like, originally I had two. I bought one at like 600. I bought another like, 400. Um, and one of them that I bought, had sold one originally when it went up to like 1500, and then I sold another one. I had a three-digit one for 2200 when the floor was like 1400. So I sold it for 2200. I don't care about mint number, so I bought it. So I bought the lower one. Now I won't do that with ultra rare Spider-Man. I ultra rare Spider-Man. Yes, I like him, but that is also a major investment. Like that is for money. Um, so I don't think I would sell that sub 100 ultra rare Spider-Man. Anyway, um, I noticed when I was trading Superman that it was just a game. Like it didn't really mean anything to me. But I like other things, so that is why I'm doing that. And before, if you didn't see, I sold my Elsa for an ultra rare Alligator Loki and two zombie Spider-Man. I'll get Elsa back at some point, and I am in a unique position that regardless of what they do, I'll be able to get her back. But this is what I mean when I say price is what you pay and value is what you get. I am 100% okay, and I could just got 500 followers on the app, which is great. But what I mean by that is I don't I'm just paying a price for Superman, and I guess I'm just paying a price for Loki also. But I've that's taken on like when fan art is shared of you, and let me see if I can find it here. I know I put it on Facebook. It becomes a little bit of an identity where someone made fan art of me as the real Randy Chavez, as with the Loki horns as king of the alligators, and I thought that was heckin' awesome. And so what I'm gonna do right now is, now that that Superman was sold, I'm gonna go and buy another secret rare alligator Loki. So now I have 14 of them now. So everyone's going to say you're crazy, and I probably am, but it is Superman is safe as far as growth, but I feel like alligator Loki is that growth stock. And what I mean by that is, it takes $250,000 for Superman's floor to double. Like it doesn't even take 100,000 for alligator Loki floors to double. And again, there are some people. Most people don't care about alligator Loki. Most people's like, it's a gator. That it is not a bad idea right now to sell alligator Loki, because when I started buying them at 800 and a bunch of people started buying them at 800, if you do not care about them and you care about other things, by all means take profit. By all means, go and do that. I Now again, I just bought at the top at $2,000. I should have done this, yesterday when it was like 1500. I could have got two alligator Lokis. I didn't, but that's just my choice. Um, so again, there's a difference between price and value. Price is what you pay, value is what you get. I get more value out of this than I do out of something else, and I hope that connects with some people. So I'm going to take some comments here. Oh, Myrmicornos. Okay, so I guess it has to do with Immutable X, the blockchain. It is not. It is currently not. It's I don't know what's going on, but it is not. Everyone's having that issue. I have a Phantasma, and also people that also have Phantasma, or not. They had listed it for like a couple hundred, like several hundred, almost $1,000. And okay, I guess it's fine now because there's 304 on the market, and it's $69. Nice. So I guess I'll sell for $61 to reclaim some gems. um, so I'll sell that. Like I said, just to claim some gems. Um, yeah. So that I guess it's fine now. Everything is getting delivered, but it wasn't. It was because of Immutable X. It didn't have anything to do with really VV. And we got Braver Sensei says, "Hi Randy, what do you think that the team didn't say anything about the VeVeVerse in the AMA? Should we control our expectation for it?" Um, No, not yet. I'm not worried yet because my what do you call it? My ideas and expectations of the VeVeVerse is at the second half of the year, and the expectations are we're going to be able to roam around in it, and maybe there's a mini game, but I think we're going to be able to roam around in it, and I think that's it. I think that they didn't mention it because hey, focus on what's in front of you first, like MTL, like OMI to NFT, getting on exchanges, and once that is done, then they will probably start mentioning it again after all that's happened in about another month or two. That's probably when they'll start mentioning it again. But again, I don't expect it till the second half of the year. That is just my opinion. Frank Sabaga says, willing to trade one Phantasma for a Walter or Todd. Yeah, so this one person, this is like the stupidest move. And this one person, when everything was listed at like, $800-900 for these like rare, Murmurcornos, this one person bought all of them and then listed them at like $20,000. And I don't know how many tens of thousands of dollars this person spent, but it was bananas. And people are like, hey, this is a bot. This same person has like this many collectibles. That's a bot. And Veve checked and like, yeah, this seems very suspicious. So, but then they checked and said, no, on the blockchain, these were all purchased on the market. They weren't bought from a store. This account bought it for this amount of money in the market and then relisted. And Alex is just like, risky freaking move, but it's legal. It is legal. It happened. I think that is a ridiculously dumb move. But again, that's just me. Yeah, Frank, they fixed it. Funky Cole says, bro, your video today at the end with don't sell. I agree. I mean, we are competing with a few 100,000 people every day, maybe not a few million people every day. Not financial advice. Yeah. And again, I'm pretty much saying that Superman, I think, is very, very safe. And any Patreon member that would go and text me, or anyone at all ask me this, like, hey, what would you rather? What should I get? Like, not me, but what should you as the viewer get? And I mean, listen, Superman's a lot safer. It's very blue chip. You should be. That is the safest bet. One of the safest bets on the app. But I'm choosing again. When Nick Fury was asked about the going with Shield and everything, and he says like, well, I never put all my chips on that number though, because I was playing something even riskier. And he talks about the Avengers Initiative. I think it is very safe. Again, the people that have the large amounts of Alligator Loki, me, Dr. Profit, Alfred Montaner, we don't sell. I've had a couple of people message me privately like, hey man, I'm sorry, I sold Alligator Loki, but I had to get, a Joe M. Batman or use a props with Becky Cloonan. By all means, collect what you want. Like I'm not trying to pump anything. But for me, when something is 1% of something else, again, I'm just using Superman as an example, 8,888. So 10% would be, oh no, I'm sorry. It's not, it's 10%. My apologies. 888 is, New York is crazy, is 10. So we're less than 10% of the supply of Superman. And we are 33% less. So I think, and 10% of Lokis are pretty much locked up. Like I said, I haven't sold. The only thing Marvel I had sold was I had sold one of my ultra rare Spider-Mans, so I could use those funds to get a sub 50 secret rare Captain America. So if I do sell Marvel, it's to buy other Marvel. But I typically I don't sell Marvel. I am thinking about selling Iron Man and the Avengers logo to get another Loki. With the funds that I have left over, but I don't think that is because I could just buy those back in the future. Again, there's a lot less of Loki than there are of them. But again, just what I'm doing. Pixel Pudding says, we need to get an interview with Poolside and ask if he profited on that legendary Murmurcorno play. I don't think he did. Sniper as going crazy. Like, Bad Hair Club says, are you going to start collecting Pokemon cards for when the transfer Pokemon TCG to Immutable? Um, I mean, if we do it in the VeVe app, then yes, I'll collect the Pokemon cards on the VeVe app. But if it is just Pokemon cards on there, probably not. I just don't have the time right now. Um, yeah. Kurt says, "Hey Randy, how you doing, my brother? I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing well." Top Killer says, "Murmur just dumped." Yeah, it feels bad for that guy, kinda. Well, it's an expensive lesson, but I hope you learned something. Kurt says, "Do you think the insane pump these has to do with boredom in the marketplace or rush of a new users or both?" It says tanked hard. It was just because none were available. Like there was literally like a couple of each on the app, and with a couple of each, there is what do you call it? Yeah, with just a couple of each, of course they rose because they got control of the market, and then that's why it was. It was just one person pretty much just doing that. David Rose's mom said, "Hey, I see you selling that Superman." Yes, I did. I sold it, bought an Alligator Loki, and I have an extra 1,000 gems to spare. So I'm very happy with that. Talco says live starts. Jake Donald says, "What's up, Randy?" David Rose's mom, "What's going on?" CryptoVerse says, "What's going on, Randy? How y'all doing? How y'all doing?" I gotta be a little quiet. Girlfriend is sleeping. There's a kitty back there. There's a sweet pea that just hanging on, just chilling. General 69 says, one secret rare Fantastic Four #1 comic or 4 ultra rare Marvel Comics #1. That's good. That is hard. I don't know. That is, I mean, I bought the Fantastic Four comic #1 at like $6,600, something like that. I don't even know if it's still in the transactions here. It's got to be a way back because I bought and sold a lot of stuff since then. It was definitely in December, if not, if it wasn't in December, it was probably in November. Okay, so let's see what we got here. I'll let you guys. Oh, apparently I bought it for no 72.85. That was not right. I did not do it that day. I bought something for 72. Oh, 72.85 was the Eddie Riso. That's what I bought. I do a lot of market transactions. 26.99 might have been for no. 13.47 seems like a Loki Gator. 17.99. I remember. I think that was a Deadpool or something. Okay, for 14 December, 64.90. I think I probably bought that at. I wonder what it was. Yeah, I got a Fantastic Four #1 for 64.90, and now that number is $9,200. So I made a little bit. I made a little bit of money on it so far. Couple grand, not bad. Cynox says, "Let's go." But yeah, Fantastic Four #1 and Fantastic Four #5 are really good. I think with the meteoric rise of the Marvel Comics #1, let's see if I can find it here. I think that is way out of balance. All right, let me reset this here, and let me go try to find Marvel Comics #1. Excuse me. I hate it when it says like there's no comics to show, so I got to reset the app and I got to go back in. Oh wow, so many. Yes, okay, everything sold. Very good, very good. It's really hard. I think it'd probably be better to get the four ultra rares for for Marvel Comics #1, just because it's a lot easier to sell like 1 or 2 of those and still have 1 or 2 left. You could break it up as opposed to having to sell only one thing, and that's $55,000 for the floor right now for the comic. So that's a fudge ton of money. And the ultra rare are 2,400. It's 20x. That is 20x the price of the ultra rare. So let's do that with Fantastic Four #1. Let's see what this is. Okay, 9200, and the ultra rare is 689. That's a little more than 10x, maybe 13x, but that's not 20x. Um, so probably Marvel Ultra Rare, Marvel Comics #1 Ultra Rare, the 4 copies. That'd probably be the better bet. Even though I have a Fantastic Four #1 Secret Rare. Um, yeah, it's hard. Um, but I would just rather have that liquidity saying, okay, now if 4 is something, I could sell a couple if I need and then still keep 2. Knox says, let's go. Recover says, Disney Golden Moments have been a letdown. Again, they're very, very young. They're very, very new. The first appearance of a Disney princess, Elsa, I will get her back at some point. There's a decent chance that she, the reason why I did it, how I justified it, was because most of the people that like Elsa are younger kids, and some of us like her, but she's not. She will probably be bigger than a lot of other things in 10 to 20 years when a lot of these kids grow up and they get big person jobs. But right now it's just I think she's just too young still to have that many mints. And again, the Disney ones are not animated yet. I mean, they could give them animation at any time. And there is something on Elsa's shoe. We don't know what it is, but yeah. But I did it just because I wanted the gems. I needed it. I'm an addict. Kurt says, who is the king of Veve according to you? Riso, Todd, Walt, or Secret Rare Spidey? So I actually just, somebody commented on one of my YouTube videos recently, and they say, everyone's talking about Secret Rare Spider-Man, and, Todd is the king. And you cannot take away that Todd was the first of the first of the first. And that first set means everything. But maybe I shouldn't say means everything. That means a lot. A ton of weight is behind that. And the first Batman's one of the most famous superheroes ever. But Spider-Man is more popular. Spider-Man has had better, in recent years, has had better film and media. When you have, Goubert's roommate known as Spida, because they love Spider-Man so much. Just watch that Cody Thrive video. And again, there's only 1,000 of him. Ask me if I want. What is Todd, like 8K? Ask me if I want 4 Todd or 1 Secret Rare Spider-Man. Actually, no, the Spider-Mans are up to like $40,000 now. So ask me if I want 5 Todd or 1 Secret Rare Spider-Man. As long as it's still 40K, take a look at it. Yeah, give me 1 Secret Rare Spider-Man over 5 Todd, because that will be. It's a lot easier for Spider-Man to go to, $1 million than it is for, or let's say it's a lot easier for him to get to 400,000 than it is for Todd to get to 80,000. And I'm not saying Todd won't ever get to 80,000, just there's a lot of him compared to Spider-Man. Again, that I have that first set. I have 2 Risos. I will at some point sell that Riso. And I don't know when. I have 2. I'll sell 1 for extra. I don't know, but it'll happen at some point. So I would say Secret Rare Spidey. Top Killer says Jim 85 comics to the moon. David Rose's mom says recovery plus opportunity. Yes. Hyplex says this AMA. That's why I never expect anything. If anything, never get disappointed. Oh, lowered expectations. Yeah, I'm good. And call that. Cashflow KY says ultra rare zombie Spider-Man price prediction for like end of year. Again, I sold Elsa for 2 ultra rare Loki and 1 ultra rare zombie Spider-Man. Disclaimer not. This is great. So let's take a look-see. And if we go to the zombie Spider-Man, no, my software update ready to install. Like I want to do those. Zombie Ultra Rare, Zombie Hunter Spider-Man Ultra Rare at one point was $700, and I bought it at like five. Well, I could even tell you when I bought it at. If I go to my transactions, it should not be too long before. Yeah, I bought it at 495. Zombie Hunter Spider-Man for 495. And it is already 590. So it already increased $100. The ultra rare Lokis did not increase that much. They increased like a couple dollars. They're not. Yeah, they increased like $6, $7. But also the reasons why I get these is because if I were to get, let's say, like a third reso, or like six more, seven more Alligator Lokis, is that as I get more Lokis, yes, the amount of the Lokis that I buy do kind of go up as I buy the floor, but the amount of all of my other Lokis go up as well. So that one that I just bought, for 2K. Oh, somebody bought one for 2.2K, so now it's 2,300. So now not only the one that I just bought goes up another couple $100, the 13 others that I have also go up a couple $100. So yeah, that is, yeah. Moving on. So the price prediction for Zombie Spider-Man, it'll be $1,000 at some point. I do think that the commons are pretty good as well, because I think they're like under $100. I don't know if Spider-Man should be under $100. I think at some point he won't be. Um, Type A Travels has just picked up my first secret rare Loki. Had to make a move before you bust out the push move. Oh, that was you. That was you that bought the 2,200 one, I think. John says opinions on him and Givenchy. Wonder if him can rise to 50% of Don. First season only 300. Givenchy, I just noticed a lot of people selling. I wonder why. Givenchy's had this really weird, I don't want to say bubble. Givenchy's had this really weird type of really weird type of like plateau that it just can't really raise. Like, it's been up and down so many times. I feel like it's Katy Perry, like hot and you're cold, you're yes and you're no. But it is. I think that's because it's nothing. A lot of it is speculation, and I do think that will do very well on OpenSea, because there's not like a ton of it. There's not like it's not like a Groot where there's like common Groot. There's like 28,000 of it. There's 2,000 or less than 2,000. So I do think that will do well. But I just I don't have an emotional attachment to it. I don't really need anything for it. Um, and many people will like it. Many people will love it, because that's going to be the first, one of the first of those runs. Um, but there are going to be a lot more of those. So they'll like it for that as well. But him is just, I don't know if him will ever get to 50% of Donnie, but him can definitely get to a quarter of Donnie. So him should be $30,000 in my opinion, right now. Justin says Tada 8.1, nice. Nicholas Moonon says paper handing Superman no bueno. Um, I mean, I sold it all time high, so I did not, I did not FUD out like, oh no, he's down. Like, when it went to 3K, yeah, nice. And when it went to 2,300, okay. I did not sell it as an all time high, and I did that because, um, just because I wanted other things. I wanted something else more, and I'm okay with Superman outperforming that investment. I know what I'm doing is insanely risky, and people would just be like, Chavez is not good. It's not good. But like I said, I have this feeling, have this idea. David Perez says, first appearance Robin, still on the move. Oh, $2,500 floor, nice. John says, wonder if him will get a run like Marvel Secret Rare and Todd soon as well. Seems undervalued. I think so also. I think that will probably have to wait until OpenSea. Not OpenSea, until OMI to NFT, or whichever comes first. Just because the people that are in now, if they're not getting him, like, I had 1% of that at one point. I had three hymns. Two of them I sold for the amount of OMI that it was worth, and it was a actually the short term I did lose money on that, because now OMI went down a little bit, but long term I think that was a pretty good move. I wanted more OMI. Juice Seller says, yeah, no good. Wibbits runs says Superman is a grail. I agree, he is. He definitely is. Just says my collection only black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. Black and... Norn Rad says Secret Rare Spidey is king of Veve. First ever Disney owned property as NFT. First ever Marvel NFT. First appearance of Spider-Man on the blockchain. Most popular superhero in the world. And here's the thing, like, so I will sell Spidey around 500K if because that will, right there, I can take that money and I can immediately buy one plot of land in Madagascar, and that could be donated to conservation areas. Now, how long do I have to wait to get there? Probably a couple of years. But like I said, I do think he will get to $250,000 this year. But I do not think that. I think there will be, again, if somebody buys it, like the first person to buy it at $100,000 says, yes, that's going to the moon. That person might be okay with selling it at 250. It's like, okay, well, I 2.5x my money, and it wasn't going from like, $40 to $100. It was going from 100,000 to 250. They made more than most people make in a year. That is a 6-figure trade. All I had to do was click a button. So I do think that a lot of people that have now and have sold will sell, because when you can click a button and suddenly sell your thing for 6 figures, a lot of people that have him will be like, done. That's fine. That's fine. Like they don't, at that point they don't care. Like I was in Pokemon for a while, and some people that had been in for years, like before I was, when they had that meteoric rise in 2020, late 2020, some people are just like, I can't turn this down. Some people like 500x their money. It was ridiculous. Again, they were in before me. Where I'm like 10 or 20xing my money. People are putting me to shame. So don't be afraid to cash out when you have made life-changing money, lock in those profits, and there's always going to be people that are going to hodl and hold longer, and again, do it for 10K. I would, buy it 40K and then you sell it like 60. I would not do that for Spider-Man. I would not do that. But if you have it, since it was, $1,000, $3,000 or whatever, and then you say, hey, you know what? I have a kid. I have another one on the way. Need to get out of this. I'm going to buy a house, and I could do that with selling this at 100-something thousand. Sure. It's, again, I wouldn't do that because I'll live anywhere, but I don't have kids. I don't have family. Other people might need to provide shelter for others. Blueberry Muffin says, what are true blue chips? Probably the first set, but specifically Todd and Riso. Probably Walt. The partner statue. Probably Superman. Those 4 are considered very, very good and very, very, I would say, blue chip. Yeah, I think those 4, well, and Spidey, obviously, Spidey. Most of all of the Spideys, in my opinion. Now, I can't say that for all of the Batmans. Any Batman past season 1, or past series 1, probably okay. But that first series is going to be your bread and butter. Walt, that partner statue, yes. Superman, yes. All of the Spider-Men, at least in that first set. I would not consider Ben Reilly or the Zombie Hunters blue chip. I think they're good, and I have them. I sold my Elsa for that, for 2 ultra rare Alligator Lokis and a ultra rare zombie Alligator Loki, or ultra rare zombie Spider-Man, Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. So But I still do not consider them blue chip. One of the ones that I have a lot of my money in, like Loki, I don't consider that a blue chip. I consider that relatively risky. Um, but I think that will yield me a lot in return. Justin says, "You as Loki looks like Mickey." Yeah, I know. I thought that too. Where you said Loki secret rare? Yes. I do have other Lokis. Like I'm not just holding to that one. You know, I have 17 of the ultra rares, and the ultra rares they've been taken off the market. Like even when I looked before, and then I have 53 of the commons. But the reason I keep buying the commons is because they're like at retail or below. Like again, someone's selling one right here for $37. Come on, go through. 2023. Come on, get the spread. It's not going through. I don't know why. Um, but again, something went wrong. Did someone? Oh, someone might have bought it. That's probably why. Well, we'll take a look here again. No, maybe nothing went wrong. Maybe it just. Oh, that's weird. Whatever. I couldn't buy it, but again, if you're selling something below retail, that's why I really like uncommon Groot and common Groot. One's at retail, one's below retail. Things do not stay there for long. Gerardo Preciado says, "What do you think about the future of the Spider-Man Ultra Rare?" So I think at some point the formula will break down. It kind of already has, where the secret rare sells for about 4x of the ultra rare. It's selling for like 8 to 9x right now. Let me take a look see again. And why I think this matters is because when something reaches that level, like those, tens of thousands of dollars, those 5-figure marks, maybe that's when it breaks down. Because I've seen this before in Pokemon. The first edition PSA 10 Charizard does not sell for 5 to 8 times of what the 9 sells for. It sells for like more than 10, and it hasn't really corrected since then. So if you take a look at the Spidey Ultra Rares, they are not. They do not keep up. I mean, 6,300 now, which is even better, or it's just a little better, but that's still about 1/7 of what the secret rare is, and not 1/4. So, but a reason why I've been buying a lot of ultra rare Alligator Lokis because it was the only Marvel ultra rare that was at 200 or below, and the secret rare Alligator Lokis are 10x that. And it's animated. Like the secret rare is now 10x that. So I think the ultra rare probably either the secret rare is overvalued and it can come down, which it very well can. Again, it's almost tripled in the last like month, but it kitties. But I do think that ultra rare also has room to grow. So Superman blue chip, Loki is cool and all, but I don't know. Again, I agree. It's very risky. Braver.sensei is saying, like, "Hi Randy, do you think the team didn't say anything about the VeVeVerse in the AMA? Should we control our expectation for it?" I mean, don't expect Ready Player One right away. When they do we'll probably be able to roam around and it'll be really cool. And we might have like a mini game or two, but I think we'll be able to make our own mini games. Hey, I see you. I'll race you over there. Okay, let's go. And maybe we'll be able to drive, but I see more mini games added as time goes on, maybe a couple per quarter or one per quarter, and I think that one will it'll only get better as time goes on. Like if anyone's ever set up a base on deployment, and when you first get on base, it sucks. You have like no laundry, there's no gym, there's no anything. Also, if everyone could smash that like button right there, that would be fantastic. I would love everybody if they did that. It's a free way to support the channel. Anyway, but things, when you're deployed and you set up a base, things get better as you go on. Hey, we've got a couple washers and dryers now. Hey, we got electricity, we can shave, because we ran out of things here. We can stop eating MREs. There's good food. It gets better as you go along, and that's what that's going to be for that. So I'm very, very, very bullish on the VeVeVerse in the future. And again, they want to focus on what's in front of them, which they should, before they mention anything else right now. CryptoVerse says, I only got 6 ultra rare Alligator Loki. I'm hoping these rocket in price. Been holding them for a while. I don't know if they'll rocket. I mean, it's because there is a lot of them. There is. No, I do not want to install this now. I don't know why it keeps wanting me to install. Because, like I said, there are a lot, and they are. Yeah, there are 3,400 of them. So there's a good amount. There is less than 5% of them available right now, so I think it is getting a little more scarce. And all it takes is, like less than $2,000 for it to grow 10% from 201 to 220. So I think they might get there at some point. Top Killer says, first is false, Norin. I don't know who said what. Anthony Cervantes says, want to buy a mayor of Townsville so bad. I'm hoping he drops off. Thanks for all you do, Randy. My day always needs some Randy in it. Thank you. I like the mayor of Townsville. I like the Adventure Time sets, both of them, and I like the first Powerpuff Girl set. They're nostalgic. They're fun. The Ice King was one of the first ones that I had. Him and Marceline. My heart. I like them. I like that story a lot. Cody Thrives says, bro, where is all this money coming from? Oh, what money? Oh, the mark. Oh, I thought you meant me. I was like, I'm selling stuff. I can't put money in. But yeah, the market's going huge right now. I think partly because of what, I made that video talking about, one of my biggest takeaways, and it was, basketball players getting in. Again, when some things are okay, but they're not made cool until someone cool does it. Sports stars, rock stars, they're cool. Rock stars and sports stars are cool. Basketball players getting it. There's already soccer players in, or footballers. This is already in rap videos. It's non-fungible wonderfuls. Love that man. And again, these are about to go mainstream. I really wish I could ask the team when marketing. Again, if anyone remembers that week before Disney, where the app was like, oh guys, this app is not ready. So like, how quickly we forget the vicissitudes of the last few months after it's fixed. After it's fixed, it's like, oh, okay, you laugh about it, you joke about it, you just say like, well, I don't know what act of prestidigitation you just did, but you fixed the app and now it works and now I'm happy. You forget so quickly. And I don't want to compare this to the book or what happened, but it just reminded me of it. In Eli Wiesel's book, I think it's called The Night, he's a Holocaust survivor. And he mentions at the end, when they got like rescued and set free, war's over, they were all like in a cafeteria together. They were eating good food finally for the first time in months or years. And they had talked about, eating good food and going to like shows and, banging girls. And none of them talked about revenge. Now, maybe this was Eli Wiesel's thing saying that, trying to put his people in a good light. Or maybe it's just like, hey, thank God the bad times are over and we can look forward to the good times. How quickly we will forget that we weren't on exchanges, that we couldn't cash out. Next year, that's going to be laughable. People are going to be like, you couldn't cash out? Really? Yeah, like the marketplace was closed for months for a while this year, or last year. We had drops, sometimes every other week, sometimes we didn't have any for a while. That seems like lunacy now, but we get over it pretty quickly. Whippets Run says, and it's sold. VV liquidity is awesome. Recovery says Randy's tanking the floor. Am I? What's it at now? Let's take a look. See. Oh man, I have to go to. I don't have it anymore, so I got to go to the brands. Just go to DC with this. Probably. I hope so. Is it DC Direct? Oh yeah. All right. So I can go to Superman. I swear, if it's at like 2,700 now, Oh, it's a 34K. I raised the floor. Good for y'all. Good for y'all. So very good. Very good for those peeps that did that. Um, good for y'all. Justin says, any YouTubers listing Mermicorn was overpriced? I had not. I sold mine for like 61. Sold it. Hypelix says, my little Todd is 10K soon. Didn't have time to pick another one up. Aw. Yeah, Todd is something I would not sell. Justin got it at 2.4K. He more than tripled his money. Everyone golf clap, golf clap. Drew Seller says Superman 4K the next few days. He very well might be. But after I bought that one for 2K and somebody bought another one at 2,200, now the price for Alligator Loki is 2,300, and it's because I bought the top at 2K that I actually gained. Let's say it was 200 times 13, so 2,000. So I gained actually 2,600 for that move because again, all of the Alligator Lokis I have. So this is like, I don't want to say it's like a cheat code, but it stacks. If anyone remembers Pokemon, the first generation, every time one of your stats changed, it's called the badge glitch, the badge boost glitch. Anytime you say like, hey, let me do Swords Dance, and Swords Dance, ups your attack stages by 2. What happens is that because of the boulder badge that you have, everything everything raises by 10%. Because of the volcano badge you have, everything raises by 10%. So you are doing one thing for one specific attack, but your defense, your speed, and your special all get raised as well because of the badges that you have acquired over the course of your Pokemon career. So not only when I buy one or somebody else buys one and raises the price for a little bit, I not only get one of my Alligator Lokis increase in price, but all of them increase in price. Again, that's why I went so hard on that. It's like when the floor of the commons, eventually they'll raise from $40 to $50. Okay, well that is $500 for me when it increases, $10. Now I don't expect that to happen for a while. It's, there's a ton of them, but yeah. Same thing with Groots. Groots will do that at some point as well. Who's next says, Randy, that refrigerator is becoming a real moneymaker. You should get another one. So here's the thing. With the refrigerator, I only have so much room. I will keep everyone there right now, but I do have to raise the prices a little bit. Everyone that has been paying, again, I cheapened it when everyone used to pay me one Tropicana when it was like $70, $80, and now it's over 100. It's like $120. So I said, okay, to keep it a little fair, I don't want to screw you guys out of money. Just give me 2 Alligator Lokis, and they're around the price that Tropicana was. So it's because it's 40 per one, so it's about 80. But there's so many. I guess that's not a lot of money. People just like, I don't give a fudge. Advertise for me, especially as the channel grows. So I made the freezer another thing. Like, okay, you have to, and the freezer can only ever have 6 names on it. Technically, only 5 more, because at Hey David Don is going to be there minimum until May, and Standoff Chart just on Veve literally just paid for life, so he can never be taken off. There's only currently, if 4 other people want to be on the freezer, only 4 other people can right now, because I can't take David Don off for minimum until May, and he can decide that, hey, he could be like, no, Chavez, I actually want to do it another month, and even if somebody else wants to be on the freezer and is trying to offer for life, David at Hey David Don has that right, because he was the first one there, to be like, I want to keep staying on, and it's just 1 ultra rare Alligator Loki a month. So yeah. But for the fridge, yeah, I think it'll get really weird if I get a second fridge, and it kind of loses its value, when you make more of something. Hypelix says, yeah. Top Killer says, poolside is a living meme. Yeah, ripping poolside. Everyone comment F in the chat to pay respects to poolside's wallet. Sarah says, thoughts on rare Spider-Man? Oh, it's very good. I wish I would have gotten more of the common, uncommon, and rare that'll break $1,000 at some point, which is really interesting because if you go and take a look at the, if you go and you take a look now, again, a lot of these with the high mints can absolutely crash when they say, "Hey guys, Pokemon." Like as soon as they say that, a lot of these can crash, and pretty much anything I'll say with 9,000 mints and above. And that Spider-Man rare has 9,000 mints. God, it's 849. It's ridiculous. It's amazing. See what the common is. 444. I wonder if the uncommon has reached 400 yet. That was at, oh, it's 394. Oh my God. That's bananas. That's insane. So happy times with that. But a lot of the high mints will probably crash when they announce Pokemon. Now, I think that they won't announce it until everything is done. Now, if we have OMI to NFT and OMI moons by that point, I'm not selling anything. I am taking that market and I'm scooping everything up. I cannot wait for it. And again, I'm very lucky, so it will probably happen. It'll probably happen like that. Mauricio Arlanos, Daredevil, number 131, Spider-Man, number 614. Should I get it? Oh, the Daredevil number 31, the secret rare number 614. Should I get it? I don't know. That's got to be a question for Sleeping Comics or Comics and Crypto, because I just don't know that comic that well or at all. What says you're kind of crazy, bro, buying all these secret rare alligator Lokis. I know, I'm a little crazy. Hi, Blake says your boy got 3 Supermans ready for that $1 billion floor. Get it, brother, get it. Even Montruel says, yes, you will do Pokemon cards. Of course. And when OMI wins, I will. A lot of the cards that I sold, for OMI, I will get back. We'll get them back. Taco says at poolside is dumb. Hashtag poolside is dumb. Well, people were hyping him so bad that they were putting hashtags in their bio. No, they weren't. Okay. Sky Builder Gaming says, you still buy Lokis? Sheesh, my respects. Yeah, 100%. Frankie Boy says, let's freaking go. Market finally going. Just got a secret rare memory coin over 300. That's awesome. Havoc says, good to see Master Collector number 1 pumping 4 days after I sold like 40 of them. Oh, I probably wouldn't have done that. Sniper says, you could have had like 5 Todds or spiders over rare Loki. Yes. I'm trying to think what the Todds were. I'm sure the Todds, yeah, they were like 3,500, 3,600 at the time when I was buying Lokis. But I was buying Lokis at like 800, 900. So they have more than doubled, and so has the Todd. The Todd has more than doubled as well. Because the Todd at like would have doubled at like 7K, and it's over 8K now. So, and these have doubled, and then maybe gained another couple $100 afterwards. Some of the earlier ones that I bought at 800, they're almost tripling, but the ones that I bought, at like 1,000 and 1,100, they've like doubled and then maybe gone up a little bit. And by all means, like when people realize, hey, I bought this at $1,000 and now it's 2,200, I'm going to sell it. The floor could come down, but get those. I'm going to get those. Just says, I wonder when the next 333 collectible. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Vivi Omi says, hey Randy, you sold your Storm Secret Rare 43. I just delisted it. I think the Marvel Secret Rares that are under 50, we will get. They already get a premium, but they will continue to get such a premium. I think I still have my number 47 Captain America. It's about like $69,000. I think that'll be 100K at some point. Probably this year. That Secret Rare Captain America number 47 will be 100,000. I mean, if it goes to even 10K, which it will, then the sub 100 should be about 25K, and the sub 50 should be about 75K, and then suddenly my number 67 is my number 47 at 67,000 is undervalued. Simon says, when's the next good drop? We don't know. We have no idea. Has anyone seen Ow. NFTs, other NFTs on Readable X, I have not. General 69 says the app is still super buggy and doesn't show listings. No way. Maybe. Tacos is facts. Sniper, last few drops have been duds. Yeah, they ended the year with a, breakfast cereal painting, and they kicked off the year with a Myrmicornos. Very interesting. Uh, Gerlianko says, "Yo, what up, Gerlianko? How you doing? I'm sorry, I'm getting to your message about 35 minutes late. There's just a lot of messages. We're together say every day 100 common Deadpools off the market. Really? Top Killer says, yo. Cody Thrive says, will we ever hear from Andre Jick again? I think so. I think he had a video where he was playing with his Secret Rare Spider-Man, I think. I don't know. Um, I hope so. I mean, I think he's good for the hobby. It's not just a Top Killer that they knew they took everyone's gems at Christmas. Uh, Ukulele String says, just curious, do you have your cartoon Randy Chavez in NFT? I don't have any of them in NFT, at least not the cartoons. Top goes, I'm stacking gems, trying to get a lot for the next big drop while people are dumping money into the market. Fair. Thoughts on Kazakhstan news? I didn't hear anything about it. I'm not really paying attention to worldly events right now. Probably should be, but I'm not. 9 more sales before 4K floor for Superman. Get it, Superman, get it. Again, I don't have him. I'm still rooting for him. Still rooting for all my friends that have it. Just says Superman kind of sus. Sniper says at General 69 happens when you list an item, then no listings show. Oh yeah, that's a good point. What's up, Croner? How's it going? David Rose's mom says 0 plans to sell my Spider-Man. Same here, David Rose's mom. Same here. Billy Bob Bitcoin says yo daddy yo. Todd Killer says what do you mean just goes 8 more sales. Cody Thrives only 54 Secret Rare Spider-Mans for sale. I feel like a lot of people, what they're doing is they're just delisting their Secret Rare Spider-Man to keep going up. I don't know how many, 52 now. 52. And Tusk has been there for a while. The 419 with the Ohio area code. Logan Paul has a... So let me see the sub 100 right now. I'm sure there's number 77 sub 100 it's at 150K. Not worth it right now, but I think let's say 60. No, yeah, at $60,000, suddenly that sub 100 for 150K is actually worth it. I mean, it's not right now, but it will be at some point. Like I said, I remember saying like a month ago, hey, this Secret Rare Spider-Man number like 83 or whatever at $32,000, super undervalued, and called it. Justin says not as valued. Gary Yanko says, when do you think Pokemon will come on Veve? Probably Q2 of this year, so between April and June. April, May, or June, probably around those times. I would like it next month, for Pokemon Day, but if we don't, I would also not like it because if we don't have OMI to NFT by then and OMI hasn't mooned, then I don't have any gems. I don't have any gems to pay for it. Juice Sellers at Justin's Lap, and Matt Mars says, yo, Randy, give me some. Give me some what? This is the first appearance. I got 6K gems to invest with. Do you want some... okay. So first appearances, Storm is good. I don't trust Deadpool right now because he just had a meteoric rise to like 22 or 2400. I would wait for a pullback before I would get him. Now, again, if you're going to get him in HODL for 10 years, it doesn't matter. If you buy him at this or, whatever. Okay, he's at 2350. But Storm... Now, Storm has less mints than Deadpool. And she's at 1800 because she only had 1500 mints. He had 1666, and Deadpool has 117 of him for sale, but Storm only has 90 for sale. So I would get Storm Secret Rare, and that would set you back about 1800-ish. Well, you can't get a Todd anymore. Let me take a look. See at I think Wonder Woman for 520. There's only 303 on the market, so there's a lot less than 5% available. Um, that could be good. I think first appearance Joker, first appearance Harley Quinn. I think those are very good. Uh, and then I think I bought the ultra rare zombie hunter Spider Man at 495, and now it's at 610. I don't know if again that'll be $1,000 at some point. But it just grew by a lot. It just grew by like 24, 23.4, 23 point something percent in within a day. So it's hard for me to tell you to buy that right now when I bought it at 494 or 495, and now so yeah, that gets a little hard. Um, but I do think that ultra rare animated Loki. Oh, that's a 209 now, so that did increase a bit. Um, because that was at like 195 earlier today. Now it's at 209, so it increased a bit. I think the Groots are pretty good. The whole set. The rare is 135. I think that's good because there's 600. I mean, so there's less than 10% of them. That's not the best one though. Uncommon is about at retail at 40. And then the common Groot, are like 27 gems. They're like 13 under retail. That will only stay there for so long. David Paris is Superman 37. Yo, I sold him too early. I sold him too early. But again, you can't get caught up on like, I shoulda, coulda, woulda. Took a lot of profit with them. I bought something I really liked, and I think for me that was a smart move. And again, I did that with now Loki's 2400. So I do think that Loki is the secret rare when like if a Pokemon is announced soon, this will go below 2K again. Um, but again, it's really hard. Again, it's a lot easier for Superman to dump because Superman is more than 10 times as many mints, and a lot of people will paper hands him. Again, I think he's very safe long term, a lot safer than Secret Rare Alligator Loki. This is and honestly, if I were coming into this and you say like, hey, Chavez, I got 2,500, I would not advise you to get Secret Rare Alligator Loki here. I would not, because I do think this could, with a big announcement, this can go down to 1,800 again. And I don't want you to lose that. I would say like first appearance Harley Quinn, first appearance Joker. I would say like probably Storm should be good. Um, the only reason, like, if you just say like, "Hey, I got a bunch of money," Secret Alligator Loki is one of the things that I would say. And if you say like, "Hey, I want to do really high risk," then I would say, okay, then go hard on Secret Alligator Loki because that can go 100. Like he could be in so many different media things, or some executive at Disney would be like, no alligators. A kid just got eaten by an alligator, can't have an alligator Loki, and it could scrap him. Um, but again, just letting you guys know my thought process on it. Sniper says Superman was dumped for being a one-piece set. Now he's been pumped because they remembered his first appearance. Yes. Duso says, yep, glad I picked up 10 at 100 each for Superman. Dude, you made so much money. That's a lot of money. Pixel Trader says, how long until you think there are less than 10 to 15 Secret Rare Lokis for sale and other collectibles that are also limited editions like this? We have seen in the market before His Infernal Majesty, the Stephen Pugh Harley Quinn. We have seen them before that are very not. We've seen them when they had around those numbers. With the Loki at one time had 30 something, and then he went down. I think a delisting happened. He went down to like 13 or 14 of them listed, and then suddenly he went back up to like 41 listed, and then 30, and now I think again 10% of them will not go on the market. because they are held by 3 people. Um, so minimum of those, but the other 90% could, the other 80 something percent could. So it's hard to say. Sniper says I sold Superman when he was dumped. Ooh, broke even at 1K. Ooh, 1.1K. Crazy Dan 420 says, hey Randy, I just picked up 3 ultra rare Loki Gators and 3 common Loki Gators recently, just in case you haven't lost it. I so there were a lot of times, when I got out of the when I was getting out of the military, I had a couple of people say like, hey, job market's not that great, and you have guaranteed health benefits, you have a guaranteed paycheck most of the time when Congress doesn't shut down the government. uh, yeah. um, you have guaranteed place to stay, job security. We've been at war for like most of my adult life, longer than my adult life. I was like, okay, fair point. But I wanted to do something different. I was very tired of it, and they said it was a mistake. I found high risk lending, and they said, listen, you're not going to make it. It's very, very hard. It's basically sales. You never really worked in finance. I never tried. I learned. God, it was like a language that I'd always knew how to speak. And then, they say like, okay, well, you're making sales money, but you're going to invest in these people now. You're going to lose all your money. It's very high risk. And then when I made a lot of money, said, you're going to dump all that into Tesla. Listen, the cars go on fire. The guy is, Elon Musk is unstable. He's bipolar, and they're not profitable. And, the competition is coming. I was right there too. Pokemon cards. It's children's cardboard. That's not going to be worth anything. Why not just go, I've been right so far. So we shall see. Moving on. Blah, blah, blah. David Paris says gains. Cheers. Drew Seller. Clamp Down says Superman is moving up quick. I sold at the wrong time. My sale was premature. Mr. Tractar says someone buying up Superman floor again. I think someone's just trying to punish me. Cyber says Foster and Jick wiping floors. It's possible. Well, Foster, I don't know how much money he has. Um, Ow, my body. But Andre Jick, maybe. Milham says Cloonan. Yeah, Becky Cloonan is very, very good. That is especially when Becky Cloonan Batman was at like 2,800. Now Becky Cloonan's at, what's Becky Cloonan at? Let's take a look, see here. It's at 2,290. It was at like 1,900, but again, this was already like $500 higher than it was now, so it's not bad. Now it did have a little bit of a rise after it dumped. Same thing with Joey and Batman was at 1,700, went down to 900, and now it's back to 1,195. So long term, probably very good buys. Short term, who knows? That's a very volatile market. But moving on. The Omi Bromi says, oh, it would be nice to see a lot of these collectibles that have been pumping because people are buying if they are just being taken off the market to make it look like people are buying them, or delisted due to time. I have heard that is you put it up and then you take it off. You put it up for a little bit in case somebody buys it, then you take it off. Yeah, that is a strategy. I think, the Lokis, I just bought one, and someone up there just bought one. And yeah. But the others, I think a lot of people are buying. Again, I don't really sell my Marvel, but my 5 secret rare Storms, 14 secret rare Alligator Lokis, and then I have 2 secret rare Captain Americas. I don't really sell these. I haven't. So the only thing I did sell, 1 ultra rare Spider-Man, just to get that secret rare Captain America for 9K. That number 47. That's insane. That was ridiculous. Augustine Montezuma says, new to Veve and only had so much to put in. I chose to buy a Loki, Storm, Deadpool, and Captain America, all secret rare. Instead of buying high quantity of collectibles, I tried getting 4 big hitters. So the Storm, Deadpool, and Captain America, I think, are very, very safe bets. I will tell you that Loki is very speculative. If it hits and they do what I think it will, Moon. But if it doesn't, it doesn't. But I think the perfect storm is brewing for him. At some point, again, long term. Sniper says even if you buy all Lokis, it will just become a Donnie if you list it at 100K that no one buys. Fair point. But again, I don't really want to sell these. Again, when OMI moons, I don't need to sell. I have an Eddie Riso that I can sell at some point. I have a sub 100 secret rare Spider-Man, not secret rare. I have a sub 100 ultra rare Spider-Man that I could sell and then just get the floor of the ultra rare, and then I could net the difference and then have some gems there. Do you plan on buying ultra rare Steamboat Mickey? Nah. Hyblick says, wow, you're the only one in the community that pronounces my gamer tag as it's supposed to be pronounced. Some head respects, brother. No problem, Hyblick. No problem. Mr. Trackstar says, how do they pronounce you? Do they pronounce you Hipley? Like Hipley? What do they try to? What do anyone else pronounce you as? I'm sorry. Mr. Trackstar says they delist the ones that are higher in prices because they don't sell as often, but the floor always gets sold. So those are the ones being bought. That's a good point. Good point. Whippets Run says 218 million burnt to a crisp OMI today. Heyo, Hyplix says to the moon. Flickerbit says Ben Riley floor at 6,900. 3 more until 7,000 floor. Do you think it's reasonable to think Ben Riley will keep the 1-to-6 ratio at Secret Rare Spidey? No. I think Secret Rare Spidey will run away at some point. Like, run till the daddy took the T-bird away. Mauricio Arlano says predictions for Ultra Rare Spider-Man end of year. No. 25K. If the Secret Rare Spider-Man's 250, then I think it goes to 25K. Again, I think at some point it will lose that. It's already kind of lost that. The Secret Rare Spider is just so special that everyone wants it. There's 40% of the Secret Rare Spidey as there was of the Ultra Rare, so it's harder for that one to moon. I think it probably between 20 and 25K if the Secret Rare Spidey is 250. But if that Secret Rare Spidey is like 500, then that could be 50, give or take. General 69 says, what do you say to those who say him isn't that well known or popular and will never have a meteoric rise like Superman? I think they're crazy. Most 99.99% of people could not give a hoot about him. And they could just be like, I'm never getting that. It doesn't need that. All it needs is a couple hundred people to be like, hey, I really liked it. Like in Powerpuff Girls, that is something that is, I think he's incredibly undervalued. For when we have OMI NFT and all that. I might recollect that set. I did promise people that I was going to get kind of like the first season thing and have it as a or the first season of VeVe and have it as like a museum. So probably at some point, again, depending on what they are and what OMI is, I would like to do that. Retrace says, how is Star Wars not blue chip? So the ones that they came out with, R2 is cool. I like R2. C3PO is just, you ask kids or anyone who their favorite character is. Maybe a couple of kids say R2, but nobody's saying C3PO. The first appearance Vaders and Luke Skywalkers and like young Obi-Wan Kenobi, yeah, those blue chip, major blue chip. But the ones that they have here are just, if you have Vader force choking or, Luke swinging the thing with his hand, that is what people want. Chewie, Han Solo, there's a lot of really cool things that they can do. And if they had made R2 with sound, or C3PO was, oh my, maybe it would have been a little bit better, but again, they'll hold their value. Those I would say like stores of value, that are really good that'll keep value and they'll slowly climb. But those aren't like really growth ones, or at least they haven't been yet. Again, they're very, very young. They're very new. They're a couple months old right now, so maybe it hasn't maybe we just haven't seen the best of it yet. Blueberry Muffin says, would love to hear your thought on Tara McPherson. Saw a small pump on them yesterday. I am trying to think of which one that is, and I am not 100% sure. Is that the Harley Quinn? No, that's Terry Dodson. Stephen Pugh. These are all just Harley Quinns. I actually don't know. My brain is derping on which one that is. I'm sorry. Homie Roman says, do you think we'll ever be able to sell a set as a whole for one price? Yes, we will. If I'm going to sell my Series 1 Batman set, I would prefer to sell them as a set altogether. Yeah, that's less heartbreaking. That's fine. They're all going to a family, a home. Peter Hoy, what's going on? Delish Patel says, hi Randy, do you think Carmine Infantino Robin is undervalued with first appearance, ultra rare, 1750 editions, for 2400 gems, 32 for sale? I think the Nightwing is a better buy. I think Nightwing is something that is more popular, a little bit more of a fan favorite. You know, that Robin that you saw, like there was maybe some of that in like the 90s, you know, Tim Drake, but that one, I think that's like the Adam West Batman thing that they have. So I would get the Nightwing one before I would get the Carmine Infantino. That's just my opinion, though. That's just what I would get. And I just base that on like people think Nightwing's cooler, and I think he is. I think they're right. Nino Blue says, do you think the Amazing Spider-Man 252 is a diamond in the rough? Overpriced? I think that's very overpriced. But again, all it takes is 1,000 people to think that has value, and they fight over it, and then they get it. So, you know, based on the real world value, I don't think it's that good. But you know, some people are speculating that Dr. Profit is the one that bought a bunch of those secret rares, because he did say at some point he would take a collectible, and he would burn half of, like he would buy 50% of one collectible, and then he would take his 50% and then burn half. So 1/4 of one collectible is going to be burned. And it's possible that it could be that. It'd be bananas, right? But I don't think it is. But apparently enough people think it is a diamond in the rough that they only way you can get one is paying a premium. DN809 is only 1750 mins for Ghost Trap. It will moon on day. I think so too. Handu Crypto says, what will make you a millionaire first? The token or secret rare? The Realty Spider-Man or secret rare Captain America? Did the maths, $1 million buys the floor of Captain America, which will give that person 52 Captain Americas. Jesus, but that's still only 5%, really. Which is, again, yeah, that's, you know, having only 1,000 of something makes that very, very rare, very, very coveted, very, very warranted. But I think from now, like short term, you know, NFTs are probably the way to go, but who knows when we get on exchanges? It could be next month, could be February. I'm expecting it probably late February to have exchanges. Once that happens, and again, what happened? And I'll do a. And this happened a little while ago. It wasn't like a recent thing. It was like a month or so ago. And a month or so ago, Coinbase came out with an article, how to buy a Comey. So I do think that we will get it at some point. I don't know if we'll get that first. I think they would do like a KuCoin, Kraken, Crypto.com, or Gemini first before we would get Coinbase. And then Binance probably much later, but you know, who knows. Shab Jamal says, yes, Randy, aka Matt Hardy. Thank you. Recovery says, some secret rare comics are sleepers, 600 editions in the world. It's true. Omi Child says, like this man's video. Thank you, Omi Child. Reef says, Omi Burn at this price. And with collectibles moving at this rate, dude, I know. Omi Burn is just bananas. I love it. Omi Panda says, been researching Fantastic Four #5. It's really undervalued. There are some big jumps coming, I believe. What you think? I would like to believe so too, because I have Fantastic Four #5 and Fantastic Four #1. According to Comics and Crypto and Sleep in Comics, they both agree. Those are two comics you definitely want to have in your inventory for when comic people get on this. Now, when do comic people get on this? I don't know. Um, but they'll probably have their time. I mean, from when I bought the Secret Rare Fantastic Four #1, it had already gone up 50%. The Fantastic Four #5, it stayed the same, so which is fine. Like again, if talking about comics, I trust those guys. Damon Hugh 55 says, "Can you please do a video on Recur? Your thoughts, etc. Appreciate it." I don't really know it that well. I do know that they had teased a 3D digital collectible, but some of their stuff is just JPEGs. And I do not have a pass. If there is, again, you can only mint the NFTs if you have a Recur pass. But if they come out with a really cool Real Monsters or Cat Dog or Riptar, or even a cool 3D collectible Hello Kitty, I would pay for one. I would pay like, oh, hey, how much for that? Send it to my MetaMask, and I'll or somehow, however they get it 3D, and I'll pay them for it. But I haven't seen anything yet that would make me buy that or get in, at least right now. That could change in the future. But I do think they will be successful. Recovery says comics need to get outside the app to Moon. What we could just have OMI to NFT. It might not need to be outside. Oh, maybe. Maybe we would need to be outside the app on like OpenSea. Well, Coinbase did say that they were going to do what's that called? Like they have 1 million people waiting to get their like where to buy NFTs on Coinbase. Now, again, just because OMI gets listed on there, thank you guys for 69 likes. That means the world. Just because OMI gets listed on Coinbase at some point, I think, does not mean that they will automatically have their NFTs listed on there. And again, we don't know when we would get Coinbase, if at all. I do expect them this year at some point. It could be summer. So if that's true, and even if that happens, we might not get the NFT marketplace for them until winter. Who knows? But again, I think once we have OMI to NFT, we're gonna see a lot of uptick in a lot of different things. When I says, "Hey Randy, I saw you sell your Superman. Why?" I bought another secret rare Alligator Loki, and then I had netted the rest of the gems. I think over time, because of the amount of secret rare Alligator Lokis I already have, I think that that will be more beneficial to me, and that's why I did it. I also saw if the common Alligator Lokis are still under like, oh no, someone bought it. It was like $35, $37, now $39. Not gonna buy them at $39. Too close to retail. DN809 says Ultraman set is severely undervalued. When Asia gets in, that could shoot up. Matt Mars says, "Yo, what's the best long run retire yourself collectible for 8K right now?" Long run retire for 8K. I mean, the Todd comes to mind. If you have 8,000 gems, Todd is pretty good. Now again, short term, that could fall well. When we get Pokemon, some people have over 100 Todds. There's nobody that has over 100 Lokis, as far as I know. I think that long-term Todds, that is probably one of your best bets. Retire yourself, probably Todd, because one of him will probably be at like 30K, at end of this year, give or take. Okay, it is hard, but I also think that Ultra Rare Spider-Man is good. That will rise a lot. And again, did you say safe, or did you say? Yeah, we're best. Yeah, best would probably include safe. So probably the Todd, Ultra Rare Spider-Man. I think those are probably going to be one of your best bets, because you can't get a Eddie Riso and you can't get a Walt. Those two are probably my best bets. General 69 says Marvel Comics #1 Ultra Rare is 2,400 mints, 25K floor. Rare has 3,000 mints, $700 floor. Weird. I haven't really studied that much of them. to be able to go and I haven't been able to study that much of them, so I don't know. Um, Hypelix says I feel like Ice King should be higher than 180, 3,250 mints, second drop ever, rare. I like him. Again, I think as people get on, they'll like him as well. But currently, yeah, currently he's a little disrespect on him. Everyone's commenting F down below for the poolside. Canadian says eventually the baby boomers might discover Veve, and then items like Star Trek and Back to the Future could skyrocket. That's very possible too. Again, if you're going to be able to travel in the VeVeVerse with the DeLoreans and the Ecto ones, and with the James Bond vehicles, and with the Star Trek Enterprises, yes, a lot of vehicles would skyrocket. Then F. Carlos Arguelles says 11:30 p.m. over here in Atlanta. Yep, 12:06 now. 12:06 right now. See, Matt says prices are low right now on this drop. Yeah. I mean, it's not really a big drop. I don't really. Nah. Tom Evans says, would you consider the Joe Maduro Batman a better HODL than Iron Man? Yeah, I do. Just because it's in that first set. Now, if that was in like the second or third or any of the other sets for Batman, absolutely not. But because it's in that first set, yes. And I have an Iron Man. Pixel Trader says, what happened to Uncommon Throgs? Their listings were cut in half and now almost the same price as the rare now. Really? Oh, $70. Well, I'm glad I have 3 Uncommon Throgs. So either that's being pumped and that's about to come down, or the rares are due to go up, but I don't know. Um, I am glad that I have 3 of the uncommons though. 69.99. Very nice, very nice. Ow. That is an oh, very good, very good. Okay, moving. Whoa, I just got a big super chat from Cryptos with Taco. It's a $50 sticker. My God, thank you so much. Cryptos and Taco. I always love your name because it's not tacos and crypto. It's cryptos and taco. That's wow. Thank you so much. Let me know if you need anything. I love your bulldog on your Bitcoin thing. Thank you. Wow. I forget where I was beforehand. Okay, here I am. Talking about F's. Okay. Call R says, what are they working with Apple on? Is it a partnership? So, we're not sure. They said that here's what I know. Apple, they actually just released a filing, and I went over this the other night, but I will tell y'all again. Where am I here? I took screenshots of it. So they have a couple of peer companies, and the peer companies is how they gauge what to give bonuses and how to pay their people. Tim Cook made like $100 million, which is nuts. But they go and they say, here's our primary peer group. And the primary peer group is Alphabet, which is Google. So Alphabet, AT&T, Cisco, Disney, Intel, Microsoft, Oracle, Verizon, Amazon, Charter, Comcast, IBM, Meta, Netflix, Qualcomm, and Visa as their primary peer group. So basically all of these companies are tech companies. Alphabet, Amazon, AT&T, Charter, Cisco, Comcast, IBM, Disney, I guess as well, Facebook, Intel, Microsoft, Netflix, Oracle, Qualcomm, Verizon, and Visa. And with that, they had gone on and said, look at the revenue, $24 billion in revenue. And again, this is Apple that does this. And then they had a secondary peer group, which is not really tech-based. It is 3M, Boeing, General Electric, Nike, Pfizer, Tesla, American Express, Coca-Cola, Johnson & Johnson, PepsiCo, Procter & Gamble, and United Health Group. These are other companies that are their secondary peer group. Now, the first group, they had $100 billion revenues. And I guess so did the second one as well. But the second, Ecomi is better. Like would I have rather have my money in General Electric, Johnson and Johnson, Coca-Cola, Procter and Gamble? Pfizer's done very well. Um, or I would rather have my money in a Comey as opposed to all of these companies. But right now, Apple doesn't consider them a peer, and I think this is good if you want Apple to buy a Comey, or at the very least partner with them. We've already partnered with them, the fact that we're on their store, and Apple's made a bunch of money because of us. Because again, they made about 30% on every dollar that's put in the app. Let me tell you, and they've grossed like $100 million. So, Apple's made a decent amount of money, and this is the first year. It's a new line item. It's the first year. So, um, when they say they talk every day, they probably have their ear. They probably are able to go to Apple and say like, "Hey, we're making you this amount of money. That probably deserves us this amount of time, FaceTime with you guys, and what we plan to do to again, if this is their first year, companies don't do this in their first year. This is this is not like this is not normal. So as we're able to do this, um, this is kind of like California and Elon Musk, where Elon Musk says like, "Hey, we're gonna dig into the ground. Can I dig into the ground?" And California's like, "Yeah, man, whatever you need to do." And that's their boring company. But Comey can go to Apple and be like, we want to do this. Can we do this? And Apple will probably say, "Yeah, sure, let's go." David Yu and Dan Crothers can essentially, they can raise money whenever they want. And I think that when they say they talk to Apple weekly, they probably talk to a bunch of other people weekly. Um, but Apple's that's a multi-trillion-dollar company. Um, they're both tech companies. They both understand each other. I think that we will be partnered with them in a deeper sense than just the app. I think that it will be like, remember when when Apple came out with one of their new like iPhones or iPads, whatever it was, and then it came with like the new U2 album, and like nobody asked for it, just came with it. I think that that'll happen with an Apple product in the future. It'll just come with Veve. So that's my prediction. Um, Realtor Aaron Baker says everyone knows Donnie's the king. Sorry, Mrs. Donnie's not king. I think he's trolling C-Man. Um, Champ Down says Spider-Man Rare also moving up. Nice. Good Spidey. Eric Gonzalez, Superman or Ultra Rare Mickey? Superman. Avigas says Shark Bite is at 450 now. Do you think it's undervalued? That's a secret rare, right? That's probably properly rated. I don't really want or need one, so I would sell. I'd probably sell. Nino Blue says Aloha Randy. The Amazing Spider-Man number 252 rare is only 150 minted. Do you think that's a $100,000 comic? I do not. Because I think there's a lot of much better other things you could get for 100,000 than that comic. Even though it's rare, or even though it's scarce, it doesn't mean it's coveted or warranted. Now I get it. Certain things that are low mint or that do not come on the market often, that will catch a premium, but 100K is just a lot. It's just a lot. Does the Singapore doesn't have the 12-year calendar apparently? 12-year calendar? I'm kind of confused about that. Could you elaborate, Justin? Mark D says Marvel female statue dropping next week, speculated to be Sue Storm. That'd be great. I do like her. It would not be a first appearance, but because she's in the Marvel Mighties, but Captain America is not a first appearance, and his statue is doing very, very well. His statue's at is that like 5K? Maybe it's a little lower now. Let's take a look. See. It is at 60 of them available for sale. 5,400. So that's doing pretty well. Will Sue Storm be 5,400? I don't know. Probably not at first. Zane says, Cherries Randy, appreciate you. Marvel Comics #1 pumping now. Heck yeah, it is. Good for them. Sigma says Ghost Trap undervalued. I think a little bit. Justin says, what's Marvel 1 at? It was at like 50,000. Let's see what it's at right now. Let's go to comics. Well, let me check on Fantastic Four #1. I think that's gone down. No, that's 92. Marvel Comics #1, Secret Rare. 55,000. My God. My God, man. Gooseneck says the Master Collector program needs to be finished before we see Pokemon. I hope so. I hope it is. Marty says we be getting website and localization before Pokemon hits. I really hope so. I hope you guys are right. Kai33 says, hi Randy, thanks for all the great videos. Quick question. What do you think the Decon Voltura Macabre sub 100 is worth? I actually do know that one, and it looks cool. I don't know how many people are really gonna really want that and value that. I mean, a lot of the decon stuff is super low mint. Like Brendan Z's got a bunch of the Ghost Bears, and I actually have, so because I love, or I know Luke Chu, and I consider us to be buddies, I actually have the set. I did not sell. I think the rare, the ultra rares are, yeah, ultra rares 539. Brendan Z's so happy right now. I think a lot of decon is really hit or miss. The Cat Bronson mooned, the Ink Story the Ink Stories had Eve had mooned, and I think that rightfully so. The extra larges, those little friends, the apes, those are good. I don't know if the Voltors, I don't think that's something I would get. Just my opinion. Crazy Dan for 20 says poolside is probably not gonna make it. I just got a rare Lily Pad for $42. A rare Phantasma for 53. Common Aquaria for 29. Yeah, poolside is feeling that. Guy Trunk says, what's going on with Throg? I don't know. People just went crazy and just bought a bunch of them. The ultra rare was undervalued a couple weeks ago. Okay, well, Throg uncommon was like 69 now, so I think it's calming down a little bit. Yeah, I think it's calming down a little bit. Oh, we got super chat coming in from Damon Hugh 55 saying, should I sell my partner's Walt statue? It's a higher mint, and you only have one, for an ultra rare Spider-Man and a Todd. Would love to hear your opinion. I would do that because I don't have an attachment to Walt. It is great, and it is a blue chip. Like when Brad Pitt was talking about benching Michael Pena and putting Hadabager at first. The Oakland Athletics general manager is talking about benching Pena, the All-Star, to put Hadabager at first, and then the weird kid played by Jonah Hill is like, Pena is an All-Star. Hope you know that, right? And then the general manager goes, okay, who are we gonna get more wins with? Tell me that. And then Jonah Hill says, the math is close, but Hadabager. So he benched an All-Star to put Hadabager on first because he would get more money, more wins. I think that because there is a couple things working against Walt, I think that if I had a partner statue, I would sell, and an ultra rare and a Todd, ultra rare Spider-Man and a Todd are probably pretty good bets. That combination is one of the only few things that I would say, yes, that is probably going to be better for you than the Walt. And Walt, I believe in a lot, but I do believe in the ultra rare Spider-Man and the Todd McFarlane Batman more than I believe in the Walt. It's just my opinion. Now, again, if I were to sell it, if it were me, I would be not stupid with it. I would not double down, but I would get a couple more Alligator Lokis, or I would probably wait for those to go down, because again, I just bought it 2K and now they're up to 2400. So I would probably wait for that to come down. But yeah, that is really good. The ultra rare Spider-Man, the Todd, is something that is very, very good. Those, I think that is if you're going to do that, I think that's a good move, in my opinion. Where was I here? I moved. Okay. Crazy Dan 420 bought Superman for $270 in August. Crazy Dan 420 is making money. Gooseneck says Loki's secret rare is only 800 mints. You made a great trade. I think so as well. Justin says Disney and Star Wars don't mix. That's why they're not blue chip. The last three movies were, well, I liked The Force Awakens. And I liked, getting more of Luke Skywalker in there. And yeah, it kind of fell apart. It wasn't that good. I know people hate on the prequels, but you had one director direct all six movies. You had it for A New Hope, through Return of the Jedi, and then you had it, for Phantom Menace through Clone Wars. It was one person telling the same story. But with the last trilogy, it was not one person telling the same story. It was multiple people telling different stories, and they had to try to fix it. But when you get people that really care about the project, like Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni, making The Mandalorian and making the Book of Boba Fett, that is so much better than the last trilogy that we had. It really is. And again, I loved The Force Awakens. I saw all of the movies. I did. I thought it was good. It was entertaining, and I recommend people seeing it. But don't judge all Star Wars based on just those movies. Look at the Clone Wars and the Attack of the Clones, like the actual animated series. Look at the stuff they're doing on Disney Plus. It is phenomenally out of this world. Absolutely love it all. So Star Wars can be blue chip, but I just don't think the ones that Disney put out so far are. Navigas says Todd versus Ultra Rare Spidey, which is better long term. Now my not financial, my emotional feelings want to say Ultra Rare Spidey, but if you were telling me Secret Rare Spidey or Todd, I'd say Secret Rare Spidey. But if it's the Todd versus the Ultra Rare, I would probably, it's hard because that is still 3x, but I would say the Todd. Yeah. Alex M says, what do you think of Steamboat Uncommon? I think a lot of people, especially older people, as they get in, that is something that I would equate to in Superman's area, where obviously, any Steamboat or Superman all the way. But if Superman is out of reach, Steamboat Willies are something that's a classic. That is a classic, and that is probably safe and will probably grow steadily. Do I see that as like an absolute growth stock, like a crazy, it's going to pay off big? Maybe at some point it does. I mean, you had one person buy literally I think it was 100 of the common. It comes $400. It's a $40,000 bet. That is more than I've ever spent on any one collectible or even one type of collectible. So you have people making big bets on that set. I think that is very, very safe. Josh says, hey, what should I price my uncommon Ben Riley? $873. Long-term price based on additions. I'm scared what they're going to do this year. Let's take a look at uncommon Ben Riley. Well, I got to... Okay, hang on. Where am I? All right, uncommon Ben Riley. Let's see where we're at. No, there's 5,384 of them. It's at 303, which I think is actually up a little bit. And it is, if you're gonna sell that and get some common Zombie Hunter Spider-Man, probably okay, probably good. But long term, you said what number? 897 or 873? Uncommon. It's not a. Uh, I don't know, like 300 something dollars maybe. Like because I just saw number 990 something for like literally 10% above the floor. So I right now I would hodl it because there's things that are pretty close to the floor. We got Gorlomi says Moneyball reference earns $5 super chat. Also, Randy, if you have 3 to 4 million OMI, how'd you split it into layer one, layer two? Thank you for the super chat for the Moneyball. I see you have Brad Pitt there in your profile. Are you Brad Pitt? Does Brad Pitt watch me? Oh, I saw my breath. I actually currently would keep all of my OMI in my trust wallet or wallets, because one, it's a pain for me to go get a trust wallet because I don't keep any of them on me, um, and then to go and transfer. Right now, I don't want to put anything on the app because I don't like. God forbid it gets hacked. I don't know. I definitely don't want to put it on an exchange right now. I would take. Well, you said it's not 3 to 4 million only. It depends if you want to stake or not. Now, the staking benefits do get you a couple of different things, but they are coming out with new staking tiers as well. Depends when you want to sell, when you need it, because you could lock it up for a couple months. Um, it's hard. You could lock it up for a couple of months, and if the price, let's say you lock it up in March, and the price is like a couple of cents, or let's say February you lock it up, and you lock it up through May, and then suddenly we're at like 10 cents, and you're like, okay, well, actually, that's like a couple $100,000. I'm gonna cash out. You know, I wouldn't yet. I would currently keep everything in my trust wallets and wait to see what OMI does. Because like right now, you're not getting any benefits from moving there. Um, the only thing you really do is to stake and to snipe stuff. It's hard. It's really hard. I would just keep it in trust wallets for now. But I would do maybe I guess with that, I guess a 50-50 split. And again, just because you keep it something in an exchange doesn't mean you have to keep it there forever. You could change it and vice versa. I know that might not have been the answer you were looking for, but I hope I helped at least a little bit. Um, where was I here? Oh God, where was okay? Here we go. Hey, what should I sell? Oh, I just read that Coinbase would be awesome. I saw what Coinbase did to Gala. Coinbase would be good. Again, I wouldn't expect that right away. I would expect other things, and then maybe get it at some point, maybe in summer. Timothy Lemataries has got a number 44 lily pad for 1.2K. Hope that was a good pickup. I don't know what they're going for, but sub 50 is pretty good. Again, I don't know what they're going for. Um, I know lily pad is a rare. Let's say you can get it for like $60. Oh, that's a lot. Um, well, actually, say three. Actually, that might be pretty fair price point. Because it's a sub 50. So say 360 for the sub 100. So yeah, so that's actually pretty close to where I'd value it. President 420 is, haha, don't worry, Randy. I might actually be crazy too. Now I have got 40 Labbits stacked. Yo, nice. Nice, my brother. Just Jam says, VeVeVerse recur. Oh, Veve all the way. Super Duper hangs. Hi, Randy. How's it going? It's going pretty well. Let's go. It's a good time. It is a good time. Luffy says, market is open, just in cause. Wait, which market? I mean, the market. Yeah, yeah. Howard S says, Vegas taught, of course. Just Jam says, don't need recur past a mint, just gives early access. Oh, nice. Are there drag racers in the street right now? That's ridiculous. Omi Power says, yo, Randy, do you think these Batman black and white pieces are going to stick? The first set, absolutely. Yeah, I think in each set there is something very, very good. First set, obviously all of them. Second set, you have that Carmen Infantino Robin. You have the first appearance Joker. Second set, you have the first appearance Penguin and Harley Quinn. Fourth set, you have Dick Grayson, Nightwing. I think you have Damian Wayne in that too. Fifth set, I forget what you have, but there's something in every set that people really like. It's a rat, Sweet Pea. Don't hunt the rat. He winked at me. All right, moving on. Ricky Britt says Ben Riley Ultra Rare or Spider-Man Ultra Rare. Spider-Man Ultra Rare. Like the Peter Parker Spider-Man Ultra Rare. Just Jam says Wonder Woman long-term value. I'll get to $1,000 at some point over the next. It's not like a full statue like Superman. It's not like Diana. If it was, it would be a lot more already. But and it also depends if they give her any utility, like in the games and whatnot. But I would say people parking outside the long term. How long term? Get to over 1,000 at some point. Probably reach 2,000, maybe end of year, early next year. It's just honestly that can happen so quick. My price points are usually very conservative. That can happen so quick. It could be thousands. That long term thousands. Marty said Ultraman statues are just Ultraman's kid and his friends. 2D is the real OG Ultraman that everyone will go crazy for. Will it? I don't know. I don't know Ultraman. OMI Power says, do you think Disney moments are next when it comes to the pump? I know a lot of people that have them. Walt's already pumped a lot. I hope so. I hope they will for people. But with so much new stuff coming out, I think that's more of like a slow rise, the Disney ones. Shake and Bake says, lots of money coming into Veve. Do you see OMI moving soon? Not until we get on exchanges, which could be end of February. So it could be like 6 weeks away, so I'm really hoping. But as soon as we get on exchanges, if they're good, if they're like Bit4X or OKEX, no. but if they are like KuCoin, Kraken, Gemini, Crypto.com, Coinbase, I would expect it to move hard. OMI Player One says, I FOMO'd into Todd at 8.1K with Becky and Joe. I sold my Walt. I was going to do it last week, but I hesitated. Now I need 3 jobs to get a resale and a Walt. I've seen it before where some people in Pokemon, they take on an extra job. And they work for months to get a card that they wanted. Same thing will happen here if it hasn't happened already. I just really hurt my eye. I don't know. Oh, I don't know if you can see the cat. I'm gonna take a picture of the cat. I'm gonna show you guys. Sweepy. 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 Oh, that's a good kitty. I wanted to show you a picture of Sweet Pea, and that is her. She is protector of the house. Girlfriend's place never has bugs. She's got 3 cats, and they're hunters. They're savage. It's great. But yeah, OMI Player One. I've seen people do that with Pokemon cards. I'm sure it's happening here right now, and if not, it will. Mark D says, of course Star Trek will boom someday, even if it isn't OG Star Trek, and it's next generation stuff. Justin says, I'm going to be printing synthetic burger in the VeVeVerse. Get it! Feed us! And Cryptos with Taco, thank you so much for that $50 super chat. Didn't even say anything, just decided to go and be a bro. Thank you. Daddy says, Star Trek is for old people. I do know 2 younger, one's in her 30s, one's like 20, that like Star Trek, but yeah, they're mostly for older people. Tadago says, golden moments. What about him, Tadagos? VeVeVerse says, yo, Randy, I tweeted you recently. Check it out when you can. But a very important question. What's your favorite Taco Bell menu item? Mine is cheesy gordita. Oh, dude, that is so good. That is definitely a favorite. What was it? VV Vibes. I will check that out at some point. I'm just very behind on everything. What would it be? Cheesy Gordita Crunch is definitely up there. They used to have a half a pound cheesy potato burrito. Oh, that was gold. Um, beefy 5 layer is good. The cheesy, the grilled cheese burrito is good, and the beefy melt is good. Those are probably, but yeah, cheesy gordita crunch is amazing. Tarago says anything on Golden Moments, mate. I forget what you were referencing. Matt Mars says end of year Deadpool. Deadpool had. If you wanted to sell Deadpool right now, well, one I have one. I have not sold. I would not sell, but if you're like, hey, I bought it last week at 1,100 and want to sell for 2,300, I'm gonna double my money, or 2,450 now, and wait for it to go. And you wanna, let's say, I don't know. Again, there's 118 of them, and it's worth 2,450, and there is 89 of Storm, which is worth 1,800. So how much gems do I have? I only have 1,200. I can't buy a Storm. I can't buy a Deadpool. But I got my secret rare Alligator Lokis. 2,400. 2,400. Okay, moving on here. End of the year Deadpool price prediction. That'll double to 5,000. I won't. It seems so weird to say that these will be $10,000 in the future at the end of the year. But it's probably fair. Oh, excuse me. Probably fair to say that the ultra rare are the secret rare Deadpools. You said secret rare, ultra rare. Yeah. It's just that 5-figure number is such a mental barrier for a lot of people. But again, this has doubled in like a week. Why can't it 4x by the end of the year, 11 months from now? It's just, there's going to be more than 2,000 people that want one. Can they pay the $10,000? It's hard. I mean, again, 2,000 people don't have to pay that much. Somebody like me that bought it at $17.99 can just not sell. It could be worth 4,000, 6,000. That doesn't mean that I paid for $6,000 for it. It just means I paid 1,700 or 1,800, and I'm just hodling. So I don't know. I would say 10,000 is probably an okay number, and I just got a $100 super chat from Cryptos with Taco. I need a drink of water before I answer the. That's a big super chat. What animal would you rescue if OMI hit $1? I don't know if you mean a single animal, like the ones that you see on like the Sarah McLachlan ASPCA commercials, or what like type of animal. But currently, Madagascar has the most endangered species per square mile. I don't know why they're all there, but they are. But that's good, because I don't have to just focus on one animal. I am focusing at that point on multiple animals that live in the same habitat, and I can say, okay, now these are conservation land areas. There's no hunting, there's no anything, because that would be my land. And also Indonesia. See, here's the thing. I could focus a lot of my stuff on Madagascar, and that is the most net positive. But I think it's because orangutans that are in Indonesia, they're not human, but they are so similar to us, and you could tell, like they're some of the closest thing. Obviously, chimps are the closest, but orangutans are very close as well. And does it make sense for me to split it? Where I could say, okay, I can split the amount of money that I put into Madagascar and Indonesia, and if I split it, then if I put all my money into any one thing, like Madagascar is probably the most net positive. That is probably the best bang for the buck, because that would save the most species. Whereas if I split it between the two, maybe I save half the species there, and that, and I save orangutans, or maybe it doesn't work at all. Um, it's hard. It's really hard. I think that with all of these, if we, I believe in aliens. I believe if there's no aliens, we are a simulation. But I think if we are the only ones out there, every life is precious. Every species is unique, and we should work to say. And again, all this money that I will get when OMI reaches $1, I will. What I do might not work, but even if I could make some progress and move the ball forward a little bit, hopefully that would inspire. And I do all this research. Hopefully that would inspire other people to be like, okay, well, I'll carry the torch the rest of the way. Um, so I hope that is a okay answer to your fantastic $100 super chat. Thank you so much. That Wow, my man. Where was I beforehand? um, Frankie Boy Jesus on said, "Hey, man, hey Randy, you're live. You should get into Spaces and contribute." I do go to Spaces a lot. I just sometimes I don't because I do make videos and I do live stream for sometimes more than 6, 7 hours a day. So my voice does hurt a lot. Um, and then I'll be talking on the phone with my girlfriend, and I'll be talking to just a lot. So it does hurt. And times when I'm not making videos or not, I just don't talk. Like when I was sick, I talked for like 12 minutes a day, and that's it. But I should try to make an effort to do it more. Take some honey, some hot tea, and get to it. John Patlaka says, "Hey, I got an ultra rare Mickey on the drop. I don't have a very big collection, so I'd like to sell it and diversify. What would you recommend I do?" I mean, ultra rare Mickey is not a bad thing to have. So be advised, if you really like ultra rare Mickey, if you sell now, you might not get it for the same price again. But well, I think out of the ones we have right now, diversify at 4K. So you can't get a Todd, you can't get a Riso, you can't get even an Ultra. Oh, you can't even get a Secret Rare Captain America anymore. That's rough. I think animated Ultra and Secret Rares are good. But I also think that you might not want to spend the whole thing. I think that well save a little bit, because if again, try to get the what do you call it? Get all the comic drops. Try for each one, because again, even if you get a common and you don't like it, you pay $7 for it. You sell it for 13. You net a little bit of money, and you can keep doing that. 4K. There's several things that you could do. Some might be boring. Ultra rare animated. Again, Storm just had a meteoric rise as well. The ultra rare, it like doubled. I think the Groot set is good. I think again, the whole Groot set, 2/3 of it is animated, so I think that is good. I don't want to say the zombie spider, although zombie Spider-Man is not bad either. Long term, ultra rare Captain America. First appearance Harley Quinn, first appearance Joker. I'm just giving you some options. The ultra Alligator Loki was really good when it was, like 180, 195, and now because it was under 200, stupid rare, and now it's at 209. It's still good. You still have a tenth. It's 1/10 of the price of the secret rare, which is very imbalanced. But I think Groot's the first appearance, Joker and Harley. I think those are. I think Superman is good, but if you get Superman, it's you really can't diversify much into much else, because Superman is now it's so high now ever since I sold it. But I hope that helps. Because it's like a Comey doesn't know it's a new year with these drops. Janoy Evans says, "Yo, Randy, I can't unsee Matt Hardy. Would you hold number 50 Shark Bite or sell?" I would be curious to see what those do long term, but again, nothing's a guarantee. But long term is it's number 50. So I think there are other things that can grow more. Yeah, so what you can get for it, and it's you got a secret and you got a 50. I think there's other things that can grow more, um, and that's at least what I would do. Or again, I might wait. I don't know. My impulsiveness might say, "Hey, I could get something now," and then I would do it now. But that's just me. Hyperlink says, "I just caught 15 ceruleans, or I just bought 15 ceruleans. It's one of the coolest looking NFTs on Veve. I don't care. I like that how some of those are transparent, um, and they do look cool." Um, Danielle was looking at them before. She was like, "Oh, these are cool, babe. I'm gonna buy them all." I was like, "Babe, you can't buy them all." She's like, "But I want them all." I was like, "No, you want them all, but it's not how this works." Yeah, some people just they like that stuff. Nathan Scully says, "What are your thoughts on the Ultimate Fallout Secret Rare?" Um, I don't really know that I don't know the comic that well, or comics in general. Miles is cool. When we get a Miles Morales on the app at some point, it's probably going to be that might give it a little bit of a boost. But I really don't know the comic though that well. Mark D says VVN Immutable X needs to get their minting straightened out before they drop something hot. Imagine the outrage if this is a hot drop. Today that was a foobar. Yeah, agreed. And again, I'm happy that this happens now on a Murmurcorno set, as opposed to it happening on not a Murmurcorno set, on like a Wolverine or a Pokemon or something like that, or a Dragon Ball Z or Avatar: The Last Airbender. Damon Hugh 55 says, Should I sell my partner's statue, Hirement, which I only have one of, for an ultra rare Spider-Man and Todd? Would love your opinion. I did answer that before, but yes. Again, thank you for the super chat. That is something that if you are going to sell a Walt, which is I would consider a blue chip, those are one of the only few things that I would say yes, that is actually a good trade, in my opinion. There's other high risk stuff, but that is actually a very good combination. What you plan to do. Atagoku says, "Looking forward to the AR Chavez Gator Zoo. I'll bring mine to the reunion. Definitely not selling, my man." SJ says, "Hi Randy, been a while since I've been on here due to real life. Always love what you're doing. What's the reason for the recent upsurge in price across Veve? Some light celebrities getting in, and just people on the app in general. Like, finally, a bunch of my friends are saying like, 'Hey, how do I get in this app? How do I do it? What do I do? What's the best thing to do?' And unfortunately, all of them are messaging me separately, and I can't take it. It's like, just watch my videos. It's just when people see success. Like, again, what I made a post the other day on Facebook saying like, 'Hey, actually, I think I'll read it.' Wow, so many notifications. The post I had made was Spider-Man. Okay, I said in August, or actually, I'll go through the thing here. On August 5th, 2021, I posted, 'I'm going to spend more on NFTs this Saturday than I ever have before. Here's why. I spent about 4K, give or take, between the common, uncommon, the rare, the ultra rare, and the secret rare Spider-Man. Secret rare Spider-Man I spent about $3,300 on. Everyone was like, 'You're insane. That's stupid. NFTs are dumb. They're never going to last. They're a fad.' And then I included some other things. And at the time, Spider-Man was 32K. It's like, so I told people I 10x'd my money, and it'll be 100K before the end of the year. Now I think it'll be 250. And I said it recently got some more people on close to me, and I said, let me repeat. I spent $3,300 on something that will be 100K before the end of the year. Now, obviously, I think that'll be more than double that. I think it'll be 250 by the end of the year, or well before the end of the year. and and people just went nuts. They're like, man, I gotta get in this. They didn't get in when I told them to get in, and they would have made oodles. But they're getting in now. It's better late than never. And again, they're not late. They're still very early. They're late for being early, but they are early compare again. 1 maybe 1.5 million monthly active users, give or take, and we're just getting started. They haven't done marketing yet, so that's a big reason why. Halal says, kind of hyped. I picked up a Jason for Bach Batman last night at 309. It pumped to 370 today. There you go. Get that bread. Omi Bromi says, Randy, is it killing you that you own every common comic except for number 1, 252? It low-key annoys me that it's the only comic I don't. Yeah, it's that's rough. That's like a thorn in my side. That's like it's mocking me. Yes, it is. Cube the Sniper says, nobody really wants that partner statue. Nobody cares who Walt is. Honestly, their attachment is to Mickey. I love and respect Walt. Like, built so much. Again, that one phrase. Again, now it's hundreds of billions of dollars, but that famous phrase of, let us never forget that all of this started with a mouse. Just a mouse. Japanese Mickey is Pikachu. So I do have a lot of respect. Although I did hear he was very anti-Semitic, which they made fun of on Family Guy. So I respect what he did and the work that he did. Maybe not so much what he stood for, but yeah, that is something that you might be right, that Walt, Mickey, like, very classic, very common. Go to Florida, in Orlando, everyone Mickey hat, Mickey shirt, Mickey everything. What are these people doing? I feel unsafe here. Uncle Jay says, your take on number 88. Got an ultra rare 88. I don't know what you got, but apparently 888 or 8s are lucky in Asia. I don't know if it's Japan or China, but in Asia in general, they're considered lucky. Probably good to hold on to for now until localization. Gorlomi, the $5 super chat, saying Moneyball reference earns a $5 super chat. Also, Randy, if I had 3 to 4 million OMI, how to split between layer 1 and layer 2? I wouldn't right now. Just keep everything in my trust wallets, and I would wait. But if the time came, when OMI moons, and suddenly OMI 10x's, I don't know if you can get in before. Again, if OMI 10x's, or when OMI 10x's and these prices are the same, they won't be. But if they are, I'd go nuts. I would sweep up everything. That's just what I would do. Kirby says, sold my partner statue for $14,000. What should I go after next, in your opinion? Depends on if you're, short term. It's hard. Short term, I would say anything probably ultra rare zombie Spider-Man, first appearance Harley Quinn, first appearance Joker. Those are the safer bets. The zombie Spider-Man's a little more risky, but I do definitely see him as but again as safer than the Alligator Lokis. But again, the Alligator Lokis are more than 10% of them are locked up and will not be on the market. So that's a lot. Can anyone say that for Superman? That 888 of these are a lot, and maybe they are. Maybe a couple thousand of them are locked up, never to be on the market again. Maybe, so I don't know. It's hard to say. It's really hard. But 14,000, so 14,000. If it's long term, do what the other guy did. Just do ultra rare Spider-Man and a Todd. Yeah. Do those. Those are very, very safe. Pen X says, hey, Randy, been listening for a while. Love your streams. Would you sell a secret rare Captain America, breaking up a set for ultra rare Steamboat Willie, extra gems, complete other sets? No. I would not do that. No, no. Josh said, I got you. I'm gonna just hodl. Thank you for that. I was actually looking at Zombie Captain America commons. Um, I think there's going to be some type of gamification at some point. Zombie Captain America's, Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. I think there'll be something really cool. I think. Josh says, oh yeah, just read that. Mostly posted says, I got 202 shark bite for 365. Not bad, not bad. SJ says, your thoughts on Professor Utonium? Not the coolest in the bunch, but there's 450 mints of him. There is so few of those. And they have like a professor gang that really pumps them up every now and then. So I'll probably collect them again at some point. Anthony Rodriguez says, what do you think of the Decon art posters? There's only 666 editions of the ultra rares. I think those are now being slept on, especially for how low they are. The Decon art posters, 666 editions. People want them. Some of them do look cool, but I mean, again, every now and then things pump. Every now and then a whale group will just pump something and then dump. They've done that with, I think, Jake the Dog a couple times. They've done that with a couple of things. Ben Riley Spider-Man, they went up to like $8,800 and then went down to like $4,900. He's up to $6,100 again. It's a slow rise, but yeah. Vivi Las Vegas says, have a beautiful day, Vivi fam. Off to deliver 700 Sunday papers so I can continue playing this crazy game with y'all. Godspeed, brother. Godspeed, Vivi Las Vegas. Glad you're on the fridge, back at home. All Chat Gaming says, bro. Alligator Loki, 100% fire, diamond hands. Yeah, prayer hands. When one says, do you hold any Superman? I did up until about 2 hours and 14 minutes ago, but not anymore. All Chat Gaming says, bro, shark bait is crisp. Taco Bell used to have a volcano burrito. Oh, the volcano burrito sounds great. I have a couple super chats here. Braver Sensei says, hi, bro. Do you keep your price prediction on OMI this year? I mean, 30 cents. When do you think it can reach 5 cents? Yes, I do. 5 cents. I think if we get on exchanges by February, if we get on exchanges late February, and they're not any crazy big ones, but they are, one or two good ones. I think, again, if we get on there late February, I think 2 to 3 cents by March, I think 5 cents by April, and then 30 cents by some. As long as the crypto bull run goes through summer, I think we can get there by summer for 30 cents. But I do think April, as long as we get on exchanges in late February, I think April is when we can get 5 cents. Oh my God, Corlomi says, agreed on advice. Not Brad Pitt, sorry. Corlomi is a reference to Inglourious Bastard scene where there's a pic from the movie. Okay, big Tarantino fan. Yeah, he's great. I'd read that all of the Quentin Tarantino movies are in the same universe somehow. That'd be great. That'd be great movies. Great movies. Cheers to the super chats, gents. So All Chat Gaming, I did not know that. Maybe I did know and I just never had it. But yeah, shark bait looks great. Shark bait looks really cool. I like them. Vega says secret rare Deadpool versus secret rare Loki. Secret rare Loki. I have 14 secret rare Loki and I have 1 secret rare Deadpool. And I love Deadpool. Crazy Dan 420 says, thanks for the stream, Randy. Everyone have a good night. Oh, yes, you too, Crazy Dan 420. Brendan Z says, where's the fridge? So I'm at my girlfriend's, and she has a fridge, but it's not the same as my fridge. My fridge is at home, and I will be there tomorrow. Yes, I'll be there tomorrow. Cryptos with Taco with that $100 super chat says, what animal would you rescue if OMI hit $1? And like a very shortened down version of what I said before is the Madagascar and Indonesia. Madagascar for all the endangered species, Indonesia for the orangutans, because those are endangered as well. And then, yeah, so those ones right now. Brendan Z is working on completing series 2 of Mermicornos. Get it, Brendan Z. Complete that set. Brendan Z, if you are still here, take a look at what your boys are doing. Those Luke Chew ones. Look at them ghost bears at 555, 555. That is fantastic. And you have like the most common ghost bears that I know of. That's at 76 gems. Good for you, Brendan. Good for you. Mike Olin says, anyone else in server anxiety that these prices are so high, or severe anxiety? I am not really, because again, I don't. If they go down, they go down. I think that the best is still yet to come. We're onboarding so many users. There's so much money coming onto the app every single day that I'm okay with it. Alljack Gaming says, get it beat. Realty Aaron Baker says, check out Altcoin Daily's video title from today. They have 1.1 million subs, and they talk VeVe in the video. Very bullish. I do subscribe to them. I haven't said I will go after this, and I will take a look-see at what they're doing. We got another super chat from Aaron J saying, thoughts on selling Steamboat to pick up low mint secret rare / ultra rares? Seem to all be going wild. I get Deadpool and Bard / Nightwing, for example. Bard doesn't mean like Barda and Nightwing, or I think Starfire would be better than Barda. Just my opinion. Yeah, she's more popular, but yeah, I don't have any Steamboats. And if you were going to sell them to pick up secret rare ultra rares, let's say you have one of them, a Steamboat, and let's say it's 4K. Ultra rare Captain America. If you wanted animated ones, the secret. If you had a bunch, 4K doesn't really get you a ton of secret rares. Deadpool's really at a high right now. Again, he could come down, he could not. I don't know. Ultra rare Alligator Lokis, I think, are still undervalued. I think the Groots, if you want to do, I know that's not a secret or an ultra rare, but the Groots I think are very undervalued. I have a couple of those sets. Secret rare, ultra rare. I'm trying to think of others. I think the ultra rare zombie Spider-Man at some point that'll be $1,000. I think the common zombie Spider-Man as well. They're not even $100. I feel like at some point people are gonna want to be like, you know what, Spider-Man under $100? Not happening. Or they'll get it because that's the only one they can afford. So that's what I think. At some point, Aaron J. Again, if it were me, secret or ultra Alligator Lokis, but yeah, so I'd do secret rare and ultra rare, but I don't think it's a bad idea to go and get a couple of other things. I'd say a lot of what I would think would be the ultra rare Captain America, and then I would think the first appearance Harley Quinn and Joker. I think those are very good as well. Now, where was I before the super chats started coming in? Okay. Talking about bro. Yeah, so Altcoin Daily I will check out at some point. They are fantastic. And I'll be able to go and check them out after this. I'll take a look at the title right now because you had mentioned it. Because I do subscribe to them. I don't know why I haven't. Altcoin Daily. Hot dog. They do be having that. So in the videos, they say Bitcoin is crashing. Get ready for a huge something. VD, crypto market, hottest Solana crypto. If it's from 6 hours ago, that's really weird that their videos aren't getting that much. Oh no, they are. I'm just looking at some weird ones. Hey, look what they did 5 days ago. Chamath Polyhopatia saying Web3 will explode. Oh. So that's, yeah, I like Altcoin Daily. They do mention OMI a lot. OMI is my homie. All Chat Games says Tyrad. Tyler White says, do you think Voltrons are worth picking up? They're basically floor prices at the moment. Love your videos. They didn't do that well. And I brought on an expert, and he told us that it was good and they were cool. And then I think just the people that are into it aren't on the app yet. I think a lot of people that are into it just happen to be into the the superhero ones, and Voltron. It is a little niche, but it is cool. Again, when you have Transformers, that'll do better. But if they are at or below retail, probably buy them. If they're still, I don't know. If you wanted to do something just to get a common Groot or an uncommon Groot, those are, I think, very good. Again, things stay under retail for only so long. And one of the only other thing, oh God, my voice. One of the only other things that, where am I? VV. We're looking at that were under the retail. The common alligator Lokis were. They're not really anymore, so I'd probably, yeah, that's what I'm saying. All Chat Games says, when you think about the size and shape of the universe, you limit it to your mind's expectation, when in reality it's infinite. We can't be the only ones out there. Oh no, I think there's a bunch of people, or a bunch of beings out there. You know, most likely if there are other beings, probably carbon-based. Carbon's the most abundant element in the universe, because you have, you know, hydrogen, helium, oxygen, carbon, and nitrogen. Those are the 5 most abundant, carbon being the most abundant. And, you know, outside of helium, you know, which is chemically inert to us, it doesn't harm us, doesn't help us really. We got very lucky. We're carbon-based life forms, and I think if there are other life forms out there, they would be carbon-based, and they would be like us. The only time where I think they wouldn't be like us is if they had created AI, like artificial intelligence, and they took over, and there's like a planet of Ultron somewhere. That I think that's actually probably fairly likely that the world that's actually a not good thought. That is a very uneasy thought that I have, and yeah, so oof, oof. But you're right, definitely not the only ones, I don't think. Future Turtle says, "Hey Randy, I just saw something you would like to check out. The comic Power of X. Number 1, uncommon cover, all storm. Looks like people know as well. It's not dirt cheap like the common. Interesting. I like that. All Chat Games says, nah, don't sell your SBK. I diversified and regret. It may be Givenchy or put towards Walt. That's it, in my opinion. If not, keep your SBW. I'm hoping that, again, that Steamboat I think is good. I think it is very good. But I also think that there's probably other things that might be better. Again, that I think is safe. But I also think that is not that you can't go wrong with it. It's just if on a long enough timeline, if you, again, they were at like 6K at one point, they're down to 4K, so people were already willing to pay $6,000. So there's probably a decent chance that this goes, and there's probably a decent chance that this goes back up to 6K and then goes beyond. Crypto A says Fantastic Four number 5, Secret Rare finally moving. Oh yeah, let's take a look. See. 43 hundo. Heyo. You are correct. Heyo. You are correct, sir. Slow Steamboat. Yeah, that's true. Steamboat might be slow but steady. Justin Chua says, what do you think is the most undervalued collectible right now? The ones that I'm looking at, percentage-wise, it's hard. Percentage-wise, that is very hard. Crazy undervalued. There are definitely deals, like if you look at them individually and you say, okay, well, if there's let's say Supergirl the other day, there was a number like 40 something of her for $5,000. I was like, is Supergirl herself undervalued? Maybe not, but that particular mint number was way undervalued. Like that sub 50 should have been like $8,600 and you could get her for 5K. That secret rare number 47 Captain America, I can't believe I got that for $9,000. Can't believe that. the ultra rare number 84 Spider-Man that I got for 12.7. Can't believe I got that. That is worth at least like $24,000, and I got it for less than half. That, yeah, these things are crazy. So I don't. Any one collectible may or may not be, but or one whole of a collectible. I think it's any on an individual basis is where you find the best value, and for that you just have to hunt. Taco doesn't mean Steamboat. No, he meant Steamboat Willie. Ben Allen says, "Can't believe I found you live. I own Amazing Spider-Man 252 Secret Rare 103. Why is that market? What is that market really like? Is there any way to know actual movement given the low volume?" Yes, actually. I'll let you know now. I might have to hunt a little bit for it. The 250. All right, so 252, 252. Where is it? But I will tell you, and it's, oh my God, that's amazing. I hope you got that on the drop, because that's just bananas. But I'll let you know right now. Okay, nope. Okay, here we go. Spider-Man 252. There's only three of them out there. Oh my God, it's an $800,000 floor. Um, if you put it out there for $500,000, will it get bought? I don't know. I mean, it is number. Oh, you have it for. So out of the three that are out there, you actually have the most expensive, number 103 at 1.6 million. So that won't get sold. If you put it for maybe, I don't know. At 500,000, I don't even think that would sell. I think you'd probably. So if you put where someone should contact you, like your Twitter or something, on there, and honestly, put it for 100K, someone will probably take it. I hope, because that's a very low mint. That's the lowest secret rare. So that 100K, someone would take that right away. And with yeah, Jesus. But I would say put it up for like 500, and then put your Twitter up there. See how many people are interested. If somebody buys it, they buy it. But see how many people are interested. Put it on for a few days or a week, and if nothing moves and you get no messages, drop it down to like 350, and then same thing. Leave it for a couple days or a week, and then I guess drop it down to like 275. Keep going down. After a month, just put up for 100 and see what goes on. But yeah, do 500 first, and then go from there. Mm-hmm. But I don't know given the actual low volume what it would be like. That's what I would do though. Nerd Shaman says, "I'm a professional animator and animations instructor. Walt Disney was a huge racist and misogynist. It's one of the reasons why I didn't go for the drop, not to mention the price at the time." Oh wow. So wow. I knew he was a little anti-Semitic, but I guess he was. I guess it was all those things. Um, Either way, I had. Obviously, if he met me, he would not have liked me because I'm brown. But I still don't think that takes away from what he did. And again, obviously, you can be a not great person and still do great things. Like you could be an a-hole, but you could still do things. And I think, I hope. Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure that his life was definitely a net positive for the world. He created a great company, and a lot of people's favorite memories are at Disney. I mean, not really mine, but a lot of people's. Yeah, Disney's fun. But thanks for the info. That is some good trivia. All Chat Games says Veve is a social platform, in my opinion. The more people that use the app and buy the NFTs, the more exclusive the NFTs become, and the price of the overall Veve NFT market increases. Mainstream adoption. I will agree to that. We got a super chat here from Kobe Collects. Says, "What's up, brother? How we doing tonight? What we eating and drinking?" So the girlfriend made me food tonight. She made fish and kale and squash and pasta. Oh man, I love her so much. Um, she's so great. She's like she is too good to me. And fellas, this is why you date older women. They know how to cook, know how to take care of their man. Um, it is yeah. So Kobe, and then I'm drinking some water, trying to be a little healthy, a little bit. But thank you so much. I hope you're doing well, Kobe. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What was that beforehand? Yeah, I agree. All check gaming with Veve being a social platform. Realtor Aaron Baker says 8K. I would get 3 Supermans or 7 Joe Mads. Probably Joe Mads. Hypelix says, well, it's not like it was a short supply of racism back in the first half of the 1900s. Good point. Good point. You have to judge them for the time that they were in. But yeah, good point. Doc Hiller's laughing, and Braver Sensei that super chat saying, "Hi, bro. You keep price prediction for OMI this year?" Yes, I think as long as the bull run lasts through summer, we can reach 30 cents before the bear market. And I think if we get exchanges in late February, we reach 5 cents by April. And Gorlomi with that $5 super chat saying, agree on advice. Not Brad Pitt, sorry. But Gorlomi is a reference to Inglorious Bastard scene. And that is a pick from the movie. And he's a big Quentin Tarantino fan. I am as well. Vegas says, your fridge is dope. Thanks, man. I can't wait to get more people on. It's really weird because I'm running out of room on the fridge, and I can only have 6 people ever on the freezer at once. And 2 spots are already taken. 1 spot is taken permanently for the life of the channel. So I have to stream forever. Gonzino says 2 Carmine Infantino Robin or 1 Ultra Rare Steamboat Willie. Oh, that is hard. Probably the 2 Carmine Infantino Robins because you again even if Ultra Rare Steamboat Willie outperforms it, I think with the Ultra, you have your option when you have 2 of the Infantino Robins. You could sell one if you need money and then keep the other one. The Ultra Steamboat Willie, you have to sell it and then you don't have it anymore. That's why I would get the 2, even though I think Steamboat Willie will probably outperform the Carmine Infantino Robin long term. Aaron J says, thoughts on selling Steamboat to pick up the Illumint Secret Rare Ultra Rares seem to be going wild. Get Deadpool, Bards, Nightwing, for example. Yeah, I would do Starfire instead of Nightwing, or Starfire instead of Barda, but Nightwing is good. But if you only got to get 1 low secret rare, let me tell you, I actually didn't really answer this before with the secret rare low mints in mind, but we'll do it right now. Well, now the number 73 ultra rare, or I'm sorry, secret rare low mint is actually good. Is a good deal now. It wasn't for the longest time. It is now. It just happened to be on that page. So we'll do animated, ultra rare animated Loki, 210. Say the low mint should probably be 840. Number 72 you can get, and that's slightly undervalued, not by a ton, by like $40. So that's so far. Let's see what we got. Storm here, the ultra rare. It was 96 for sale, so about 420. So figure about 1680 would be for the sub 100s for ultra rare Storm, and you can get none of them for 1680. So that doesn't really make sense. 1680. So figure times 3 for the sub 50. You'd be at about 4800, and none of the sub 50s are worth it for. So the Storm sub 100s and sub 50s are not worth it right now for the ultra rare. The secret rare maybe, so it's 1800. So let's figure, let's see, 36 plus 9, so figure about 4500 for the sub 100s. For the Storm, wow, you cannot get any sub 100 Storms for that for 4500. But the sub 50 would probably be worth about, say, 40, so 12, and so 13.5 for the sub 50s. The cheapest you can get is 27,000. So that's probably not worth it. You will take comfort in the fact, though, if you did buy the 42, which is not mine, mine's a 43, that you could probably list that for 50 and it won't sell. 27 is not selling like that. Again, I think that would really only be worth about 13.5 for a sub 50. But again, 42 is a little bit higher. So none of the Storms are really worth it right now. Animated, at around the 4K thing. You want animated? So I gave you the thing on Loki. Let me see the Deadpools here real quick. Deadpools are currently, that's the uncommon. I don't want that. Okay, so 2350. So figure about 2.5x of the 2350. So you'd be about, so they're about 27 plus another, 1675. So it'd be 27, 16. So about 43, give or take, for the sub 100s. No, I'm sorry, 2350 times 2.5. That's 5875. So 5875 for sub 100, and there's just none there. And a sub 50 would be at 5875 times 3, so you'd be about, the 43 is close, but again, that's 20K, and you can't get that with just selling one. But let me try an ultra rare. So let's say that's about 400. So figure times 4 is about 1600 for the sub 50. Yes, actually, the ultra rare Deadpools. Let me go from the top here. Ultra rare Deadpool sub 100. You can get either number 82 for 1300, get number 70 for 1400, or 1500. It's 1499. So figure 16, and then actually number 49 is actually really good. Number 49 is actually your best bet at 4500. That, if you're going to do it, you either get number 70, you get number 82, or you get number 49. That is the best deal that I've seen so far for the ultra rare Deadpools. And the Captain America, will say, I think Captain America is just way too over the top. He's 1,000 right now for the ultra rares. So figure 4K for the sub 100. You're definitely not going to get. You're not. So figure about 16. Yeah, you're not getting anything like that. But that's really good that those caught up. I hope that was a really much more detailed response than last time. Ricky Bird says, I'd like to do a quick double. What's the next thing to double? I don't know. I mean, most everything probably doubled at some point. I think the not the ultra rare zombie Spider-Man, the other one, the common zombie. I think that one is due for a bit of a rise. Mr. Daddy Lou 1224 says, why is Mermacono Series 2 his first appearance? How come the Labbit Series 2 is not? I don't know. I think because they're different characters, but I guess so are the Labbits. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm really not sure on that. It's a good question. Mark D says, Mike Olin, these prices are just beginning. I spent all last year watching computer-generated scribbles sell for 30 to 100K. Scribbles, that's a very good point. Lori Brenner says, do you collect Throg? I have one set, but not sure about keeping. Yes, I have like 2 or 3 sets, and the Throg Ultra Rares at one point were going for like $700. So I would keep that. Yes. NBC's Altcoin Daily and BitBoy pumped the PAMP network last year on their subscribers, went to 0. RIP. Well, I like Akomi not because Altcoin or BitBoy is pumping it. I like Akomi because of the team and everything that they're doing, the licenses. Justin True says, a bunch of beings like the Watcher. Oh, the Watcher would be legit. Owatu? I just farted. I'm so sorry. Actually, General 69 and Brandy Babe had mentioned that they missed my farts. So happy farts. This internet's so crazy. Beings like the Watcher would be great. I would totally get him. Nerd Chapman says, funny, you're all talking about aliens and UFOs. I'm also a UFO researcher and film real UFOs. Trust me, they're out there. So just to be clear, for people that maybe just don't really study it, just because you see something in the sky that is a UFO, what is a UFO? Unidentified flying object. Just because somebody says they saw a UFO doesn't mean like, alien conspiracy theorists. No, it just means that, hey, there's something in the sky. I don't know what it is. It's doing these crazy patterns. You identify this an unidentified flying object. The Navy. So this was really what we didn't get it until last year, but Trump signed it in 2019 or 2020. He signed something that says the Navy has to put out videos of UFOs, and they did. and they put out this crazy UFO thing, and it went underwater and then it went above water. It's like, and nobody was talking about it. It was like, geez, man, this is, and a lot of people were saying, I think like General Wesley Clark, people were just like, maybe it's China, most likely it's something that China can do. Maybe it's a drone, like, but I don't know, man. I don't know. I think aliens are pretty sure they're here. When one says, what do you think are the holy grails in Veve that will not drop in price when Gem Squeeze comes? It's hard to say because a lot of the grails, some people, when they were early on the app, they bought the resos. They have dozens of them. Dr. Profit has 100 resos. Now, he doesn't sell, but there are some people that, are just, maybe they had a couple grand, they bought a bunch of them, just like, they'll liquidate. They will. So it's very hard. I think everything will take a hit. Everything will take a hit on Gem Squeeze. Some more than others. I think the ones that won't are the stuff with the lower mints. Like, Donnie's I don't think will take a hit. I don't think the hymns will probably stay close. That Amazing Spider-Man number 252, that there's so few of them out there. Like, how big of a hit can that take? And I think somebody has one of them, or has a bunch of them. Yeah, I don't really see. I think the stuff with the lower mints will take less of a hit, but when Pokemon comes, most likely everything will go down. Now there's gonna be some people who's gonna scoop those up. Ultra Gamer says, "Oh my God, LOL! There's a planet of Ultrons out there." Probably. Real Taron Baker says, number 76, Robin over Carmine all day, both a first appearance. Yeah, probably. It's probably. Keenan says, Spider-Man, Secret Rare, and Ultra Rare have a top performance, but are not affordable for most of the users any longer. I think that the rare version has a good deal now. I think all Spider-Mans right now are probably very good deals, long term. Balance says, on drop, I have it listed. It's only for flex. Oh, I think it could be the lowest Secret Rare mint. I think it is. It most likely is. I feel like a lot of the lower mint ones are usually commons. And Kobe Collects, thank you so much for that super chat saying, what's up, brother? How we doing tonight? What we eating, what we drinking? Well, girlfriend made me a really good meal, fish, kale, pasta, and squash. And then I'm just drinking some water, trying to stay healthy and hydrate, baby. Hydrating all day, baby. Drink more water. News Now Marijuana says probably best to leave your emotions out of investing. You are correct. Nerd Shaman says, love the things Walt created, but yeah, he was a tool. LOL. I'm glad people got it are making profit for sure. Yeah, 100%. Kobe Collects says, that sounds delicious. Oh, so good, dude. She's such a good cook. She is such a good cook. Nerd Shaman says, I honestly feel that 30,000 mints of collectibles is a drop in the bucket when you think we can get a minimum of 7 million users at a high of 20 million plus. Everything is going to be worth great value. Yes, you are correct. 30,000, yeah, it's true. That's why common Groots, I feel like, are pretty good at the floor price of $28 right now when it's $12 under retail. Especially Marvel, do not stay under retail for long. Red Ghost says, Randy, what price should I flip 2 Secret Rare Deadpools on Spidey Ultra Rare? They're going up like you predicted. Will there be 440 for them in a few days? Or Secret Rare Cap today was 7K. Secret Rare Cap today was like 7.7 at one point, the floor. So the Secret Rare, I knew they'd go up, but I do think if you wanted to sell the Secret Rare Deadpools now, that really might not be a bad idea. Now, I did say that at 2,300, and then they went to like 2,400. Well, they're 2,350 now, so yeah, 122. But you said you wanted to flip them to get a ultra rare Spidey. Actually, that's a good point. You can. Oh well, ultra rare Spidey's at 6,500 now. Nice. Ultra rare Spidey's at 6,500. Very nice. Very good. I do want to sell my ultra rare Spidey sub 100, but currently Orion Crypto Trader seems to have the best. So there's three on there. Number 79 for 24,000, number 76 for 25,000, and Orion Crypto Trader has a number 65 for 25,000. Those are probably the most properly rated. Those are properly rated. And number 47 for 69,000 is not bad either. So I would say those are probably good. And if this goes to 10K, those are definitely good. I have number 84 that I could list for. Yeah, I mean, do I really want to do that? Do I want to list for 22,000, net 20,000, and then out of that, what I made $7,000 on that deal. So I could buy another one out of that 20,000. So I get I get another ultra rare at what's the floor price of it? 65. So I net like 13-ish. And what do? Yeah, probably not the best. Probably not the best idea. Probably good to hodl. But it's very hard. I don't think they'll be 40. I don't think the secret rare Deadpools will be 4,400 anytime soon. Again, I know they just doubled in like a week. Could they double again? I guess they could. It's just, I mean, there's not a ton of them, but it's just hard. These won't be going up forever. Maybe they will. The amount of people that are onboarding is just insane. All of us investors that have been investing for a while have never seen anything like this before. It's like the gold rush of 49. It's like no matter what you do, you can't lose. Obviously, some will be bigger winners than others. Ooh. Yeah. All chat gaming says, Walt's been gone a long time. The Disney team is amazing. Yes. Yeah, Red Go Cigar is going up. Meet Kevin Padawan says, can't wait to host you on the channel on Monday, brother. Pumped to learn from you and have a great convo. Yes, Meet Kevin Padawan. I'll see you on Monday. I'll be going on Meet Kevin Padawan's channel. It'll be fun. Omi Bromi says, do you think owning one common DeLorean is enough, or should I complete the set? I think that was the first car set we can get. Probably not bad. I mean, I have the set, but I think the ultra rare is almost like $1,000 now. Let me see the ultra rare is. Let's see what it's at. It's $837. That's a lot. The rare is 128. So I think there are other things that you can probably get better investment, but I could see them being pretty useful in the VeVeVerse at some point. No, Noah Will says, Randy is a friend we all need in life. Oh, dude, thanks, guys. Hugs to all. Love y'all. Omi Romy says, I picked up a common number 56 Voltron for 700. Do you think I overpaid? Probably, but let me see. Let me just take a look. See here. Go to the drops. Oh god. Okay, you said a common Voltron number. So number 59, I would say $600 are probably. What would you get number 56? So 600 is probably the. So the only one that's actually I think was probably 83. Yeah. Excuse me. But number 56 is. Well, it's cheap for it because the other things around it were a lot more expensive. So it's really actually not bad. That is probably properly rated. I think that's probably pretty, yeah, for everything and what the prices are. If you did overpay, it really wasn't by that much. It was maybe by like not even $100. I think that was a pretty good deal. At first sight, I was like, oh, that probably was. But then I looked at it and I was like, nah, it's probably pretty good. Or at least not as bad as you thought. Nerd Shaman says, Secret Rare Spidey's at 43K now. Just insane. Yeah, I was talking to Danielle about that before. I was like, hey babe. And again, when did I make that post on Facebook? Show you, Jesus, I got 15 notifications on Facebook. Yeah, I made that post about Spider-Man being $33,000 4 days ago. Or I'm sorry, it was 32.8, and that was 4 days ago, and it increased, like 30 something percent since then. This is this is insane. Yeah, 43.9. It's 43.9. So Tusk is still there. He's still the he's still the one. All right, moving on. Red Go says, and just interesting in your thoughts, what's better, Todd or Ultra Rare Spidey? I got one Todd already, just want Ultra Rare Spidey now. I think as far as Todd versus the Ultra Rare Spidey, Todd's probably better. Robert Desmond Warner says, sure, UFOs are out there. UFO. Brandy Babe, we're talking about you with the farts. So glad you guys are here. What's up, Milham? This is LMFAO. Brandy and I are cracking up. Fart away, my friend. I love you guys so much. I gotta take a picture of that. I gotta take a picture. I'm gonna post this on Snapchat. I'm gonna fart away. The Doge Pack says, hey bro, I have a crazy UFO story happened 20 years ago and I still can't sleep at night. They are so here, and their tech makes us look like cavemen. I would love to hear it, Doge Pack. Nerd Chowan says, yeah, I met the entire Nimitz crew that filmed the Tic Tac UFO. Those guys are awesome and telling the truth. Their radar hits went from 12,000 feet to 100 feet below the water in 1 second, so he sent jets. Oh, that's so fast. That's so fast. That should not be possible. Joe Oliveira says, you rule, Randy. That's it. I have nothing more to say, dude. Thank you, man. Thank you, Joe Oliveira. Is it Oliveira? Oliveira? Joe Olive Garden. Nerd Shaman says, Kobe Collects is the best, as is Randy. So much love out there. Yeah, it's crazy. Now, I don't know how much of this is because we're all making oodles of money and we're just, how many thousands of dollars are you guys making a day? Like just by hodling. Just by hodling, how many thousands are you guys making like each week? Will that change if we have like crypto? Well, again, a lot of people here really have a lot of NFTs, and that's a hedge against crypto, I think. I think that is a hedge, in my opinion. Now where was I? Hanzina says, at Realtor on Baker, Carmine is Dick Grayson, the original Robin, and 76 is Damian Wayne. Well, no, Dick Grayson was Nightwing. The original Robin, the Carmine Infantino, is that Tim Drake? Is that Jason Todd, or is that Dick All? I don't know actually which one that is. But if it is Carmine is Dick Grayson, then Nightwing, I guess. I guess because Nightwing's the first appearance, it's because it's Nightwing and not Robin, so that's probably a good call, Gonzino. 76 is Damian Wayne, the fourth Robin. Carmine definitely over 76 Robin. Interesting. Taco says UFOs are actually balloons. I think some are, yeah. Shake and Bake says, sorry, car. Do you see NFTs going into a bear market like crypto? It's really hard to say. Not anytime soon, because so many people are onboarding each day. I don't think anytime soon. Gonzino says, speaking of which, I just bought Carmine for $2,500. Wish me luck. Best of luck, brother. Mark D says, do magazines still exist? Because I can't wait to see Dan and David on the cover of Time. They do, and I can't either. Mark Cohen's 2022, the year VV NFTs overtake all other NFTs. That's true. Somebody said up there, I've seen scribbles of NFTs last year sell for $30,000 to $100,000. Ivan Emerson says, if you had $20,000 to spend, which NFTs would you get? Would you stack a certain collectible? I've already stacked it. So $20,000 right now. So it's hard. Even if I sold other stuff, it'd be hard to get another secret rare Spidey. That would probably be one of the best things though, but maybe not. Again, to 10x from here, you got to reach 400 something thousand dollars, which I think it can do at some point, just maybe not this year. Um, $20,000. Might get another reso, and then stack ultra rare and secret rare Lokis. That's what I would do. Um, or I could just stack ultra. I already have two resos. Um, I would look for deals for the individual, and then after a couple of those, I would stack the the ultra rare and secret rare later. Mostly secret rare Lokis. That's what I would do. Brandon Alexander says my buddy is trying to sign up on the VV app. It's giving him an error. Won't let him sign up. I'm not sure why. I tell him to restart his phone, update the app or something like that, and then go from there. Mark D says this is happening already, and you can't even use ETH directly. What happens when people can trade their ETH for OMI on a real exchange and purchase directly on the app? Oh, brother. OpenSea will be coming to VV just like Dan David told us. It's a very good point. We already have more users. We get unloading so many more things. Hoytron says, what do you think about the poolside story today? I think it's hysterical. It's why that person learned an expensive lesson. All Jack Gaming says, for sure, a hedge against inflation. Plus, they're amazing brands we grew up with. That's true. Uh, says, oh yeah, oh, plus there's a couple of other NFTs out there that are not the amazing brands we grew up with. Gotcha. Hoytron says, Poolside posted on Facebook VV group admitting he lost 11K on his decision. Oh my god. That is heartbreaking. Oh, we already commented F in the chat for him, so. Guys, I've been going for 3 hours. I gotta go. Thank you all for the super chats. Y'all are amazing. Cryptos with Taco with a $50 super chat and then a $100 super chat was nuts. Arya says, hey Randy, can you say hi to my buddy Mr. Mehoff, first name Jack. Hello, Mr. Mehoff, first name Jack. There you go. Bobby's happy Saturday. CryptoCast says F. I love you guys. Thank you so much. I love you guys. Meow, 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 meow.